Alright, I think I have figured out my technical issues. Apparently YouTube has a shorter title limit than Twitch does, so it was not being my friend. Oh. I'm a little big on this screen. There we go. That's better. Should scoot over a little bit. There we go. It's better. I will shift and then we will get ready to do another session of Vampire Therapist. Not me smacking my microphone around. Yeah. Listen to me accidentally smack my mic stand around. ASMR. Perfect. Alright, now you get to listen to me type on my keyboard a couple times. Alright, so ad break should be done in about a minute, at which point I will get into the game. I updated my model a little bit. First things first, apparently I accidentally messed up one of the ears, and so the transparency was not set properly on that, so that's fixed now. As you can see, both of my ears are slightly transparent, as they should be. And now my body and my tail also have the slight transparency that they probably should have in the beginning. Let's see, it's a little harder to see on the tail, I think. Maybe if I, you can kinda see it a little bit. Maybe it's just me, but either way, it makes me happy. Alright, welcome back everyone who was swept away in the ad currents. Now, it is time for some... not that. It's like, I need to grab you. Like, no. You need to grab Vampire Therapist. There it is. There we go. Perfect. Alright. It is time for the therapy. That's just musical swap. Perfect. Greetings. You are seeing Dr. Drain again tonight, yes? First, I'm going to check my little book. We're going to look at the journal and see what the last page was. All right. Let's see. So I will... Alright, I think these 2 pages are the ones from last session, so we'll go through these. May 10th, 2024. So I know the internet's been driving the mortals batty, but dang if it ain't affecting us vampires too. I've got a new client that has half the world watching her play video games online. What's that all about? Next thing you know, they'll be making cinemas where you stand behind the screen and watch folks watching the movies. The world sure is a strange place. And he says that's it for new clients, and I'm grateful for that. I've been feeling a little cooped up here in the city. I'm taking a weekend trip to the mountains out in Harz. Gonna take the Autobahn. I'm past fear and death anyway. Now, May 13th, 2024. I had a great weekend. I really needed to get out in nature again. I saw a whole bunch of funny birds I never saw back home and just enjoyed staying out under the stars. When I did run into mortals, they didn't speak a lot of English, but they could definitely do the accent. I guess they think all Americans sound like me. I couldn't get too close to them though, so I had to live on the local wildlife blood. I drank from a boar. Not bad, but could have done without the bristles. I'm back in Leipzig now. Just learned 3 more cognitive distortions. I think I'm getting the hang of this thing.
That's right. I'm keen to see how he's getting on. That fella's got himself wrapped up real tight.
Yeah.
Do not expect too much change too quickly. It takes a while for thoughts to internalize, even when we know the truth of them logically.
Ain't that the truth?
It took me only 2,800 years or so to internalize what I needed.
Oh, just about.
I don't think the doc's gonna be too keen to wait that long.
I do not think he will have to. Unlike myself, he has you to guide him.
Oh
gosh. I barely know what I'm doing, boss. I'm not sure I can keep track of all these new distortions I know about.
I do not expect you to. We humans are distortion machines, my friend.
Indeed.
But let us ensure we address Dr. Drain's core distortion. You know what it is, don't you?
That fella's a should statement machine, I'll tell you what.
Pretty sure I remember that being the
That's
case.
right.
Okay,
You can be
good. I
certain
was
he will
right.
carry this distortion with him, but I would like you to pick the rest to keep in mind, Samuel. Up until this point, you have addressed client
do I get to
distortions
pick
in
them
small
myself?
clusters. But now that you are aware of more cognitive distortions, you will notice them everywhere. We must not use cognitive distortions as weapons to beat our clients with. So pick 4 more to keep in mind during your session.
But what do I do if I detect he's showing the distortions I'm putting aside?
You do not need to address all of them, my friend. You will not catch every distortion, and if you did, I believe your clients would find you irritating. I do not alert you to half of your cognitive distortions. We know that Dr. Drain will exhibit should statements. What else do you think he will come to this session with?
All right. I should have read my book before I did this. Why would you do this to me? All right, so Dr. Drain. Gosh, I'm trying to remember. I think he was also disqualifying the positive a lot. Because I think he was the one doing the, like, if I haven't gotten the thing I want, so, like, everything I did was worthless. And then control fallacy? Because he's the one who's like, I have to be the one to do this. And then... what was emotional reasoning again? Or personalization? I don't remember, and those are the ones I did most recently. Let's put them in there. Just for funsies. I guess.
I think I've got what I need now.
Alright, let's double check what those are. No, back to the beginning, please. Thank you. Yeah, so that is control fallacy. And then disqualifying the positive. That one. And then personalization. We assume things happen because of us. Okay. And then emotional reasoning is our feelings don't represent reality. So, like... okay, cool.
Very good, Samuel. I will leave you to it. Have confidence. It is well earned.
I guess I just gotta believe you. All right, Andy, I'll do my best.
I know you will. I will see you after your session.
I don't know if I'll be using these last two too much, but we'll see, I guess.
I'm ready. And here comes the man himself.
I love how the chair just flies in and out of the room. It cracks me up.
Dr. Drain, good to see you again. Yes, well, I wish I could say the same. I have not had the most productive month. Back on this productive wagon, huh? Last time we were talking about all them should statements. Yes, exactly. And what a waste of time that was. I took what we spoke about to heart, you know, like a fool. But the should statements, as you so tritely put them, were the only thing holding me together. You ignored the addiction problem I came to you with. Nay, worse, you told me it was fine. And oh, how eager I was to test that theory. I have partaken of my awful plasma almost every night. I am more monster than man now.
I don't have the thing for labeling.
Sounds to me like we could be having a fruitful conversation about moderation. I have a better idea. Seeing as you do not understand the gravity of the situation, I will make you understand. This is the plasma I've spoken of. Pure vampiric essence. I will show you how should statements are the remnants of our humanity. We should not be so quick to cast them away. I agree with you that should statements are human, but that don't make them universal. That's the point I'm trying to make. There's lots of ways to live, Doc. That is exactly the problem, Sam. We don't live. And this is the result most dire. Witness the wages.
Is he gonna take it in front of me?
Now hold on a sec, Doc. I think we better... The time for caution is over. Goodbye, Sam. What in hell?
Well, hi.
Does it feel good to be alive? And who are you, darling? I'm Sam. I'm your therapist, Doc. You know that. My therapist! Oh, how wonderful. How absolutely pathetic. A vampire therapist. Oh, what a sad, pathetic waste you are, Dr. Drain. Allow me to introduce myself, then. I am Lord Lyritus, and unlike that sad sack of quivering shit you've been talking to, I am a vampire. I kill, I drink, I fuck, and I'm dead sexy.
All right, we're just gonna completely ignore everything he just said and be like, so?
Weren't you wearing glasses before? I don't need glasses. Reading is what people do when they can't find anyone to fuck, which is not a problem I face.
No need to shit on other people's hobbies, fam.
Oh, you're missing out, fella. I got into reading after I died, and there's whole worlds to discover in books. Oh, you're so fucking boring. There's a whole world to discover up my arse as well. Well, you don't have to be so crass. Yes, I see it in your eyes. You're afraid, aren't you, American? Your Puritan blood chills at the sight of me. Maybe I'll warm it up before I drain it from you and turn you into a husk with a stupid hat.
Loretus is also a really funny name for his alter ego.
I wouldn't try it. I'm not you, though, am I? And I am always hungry. I suggest you stay right where you are.
Just whips out a gun.
A vampire with a gun? Oh, how our kind have fallen. What are you going to do, cowboy? Kill me? Nope, but I can make sure the next few months ain't fun for you.
Yeah. Call an ambulance, but not for me, gun.
Oh, how very kind of you to care about me, darling. It'll be our dear Dr. Drain who suffers. But I need the little worm for now, so I suppose I'll let you live. Mighty kind of you. Now you just settle on down and we're gonna have a chat. Ugh, talking. We are animals. We are not meant for talking. But very well. At least give me something to drink. I can rely on your piteous human blood to do me that kindness, yes? All right, but I'm watching you, hombre. Look all you like. The show is free. This is better than the swill I usually prefer. I'm more of a quantity over quality sort of creature. Yeah, I know your kind. I used to be a lot like you. And I suppose now you are just as repressed as the sad creature that exerts control over this luscious body of mine. I'm more free than I've ever been, but don't you worry about me. Let's talk about you. You're going to psychoanalyze me. I live according to my nature. You might as well interview a lion. Yeah, we'll see about that. I'm sure you are the way you are for a reason. You're not wrong about that. You know the answer already. Dr. Drain needs me. I am what is missing in his unlife.
No.
This Lord Lourdes seems to have a very egocentric view of the world.
That would
How would you
probably be,
classify this?
You're not wrong about that.
Hold on.
You know the answer already.
Let me check my
Dr.
notes.
Drain needs me. I am what is missing in his unlife.
No?
This Lord Lourdes seems
Control
to have a
foul?
very
No, I already
egocentric view
select-
of the world. How
You're not. You think this is all about you, but you're damn wrong. It's about Dr. Drain. Please, the man could die. Has
Sorry for
died.
clearing
and
my
hasn't
throat
made
into
a
the
damn
mic.
bit of difference to anyone.
Wow, that is uncalled for, fam.
Without me, he barely even has an existence. Poor fool. His penis was nearly mummified when I got hold of it. Okay, that's gross, and also wrong. Dr. Drain existed long before you did. If you call that an existence. I am his hidden strength. I am his true essence. He is nothing without me, which he already realizes.
Disqualifying
Lord
the
Lourdes seems to
positive?
believe Dr. Drain is a completely insignificant part
Okay.
of his existence. Is this true, Samuel?
Come back to do therapy and just
I
forget
am his
everything I
hidden
know
strength.
about therapy.
I am his true essence. He is nothing without me,
I
which
promise.
he already realizes. You're forgetting something. A lot of who you are is because of Dr. Drain. You know that fella denies himself a lot, and you do all them things he refrains from. Besides, didn't he make that plasma you sprung from? Do you know? You're absolutely correct. Very well. I'll give the little twerp his credit. He did bring me into existence, and what a wonderful existence it is. Were you aware that vampires possess absolutely no gag reflex? I can prove it. I don't mess with my clients. But I'm not your client. That little rat man in tweed is. Of course he would deny himself the pleasure.
Technically, he's not wrong.
You hear him talk about what he should do, but the sad creature cannot do those things. He should give in to me, and thanks to you, he has begun to.
Yeah, with systems, like, you'd have to get the consent of the whole.
Come on now, you're really countering his shoulds with your shoulds? I think that proves there ain't no such thing as a should everyone agrees on.
Though, like, when you get the whole multiple people in one body system situation, yeah, kind of need the permission of everyone involved before you start getting into that sort of personal stuff. Or at least an agreement between them on what's allowed and what's not allowed.
But my shoulds are so much more entertaining. His have only bred him hundreds of years of pathetic existence. Well, that don't make a damn bit of difference. I bet there are vampires a hell of a lot more depraved than you who think you should be doing things differently.
That is a hilarious counter-argument. What, you think you're bad? Bro, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Really? Oh, you must introduce me. If there are holes I don't know about, I should very much like to know where they are.
I feel like this is the argument I've seen some people joke about where they're like, oh, you believe in the moon landing? You believe in the moon? Like, that's kind of the vibe that had.
How old are you anyway? Dr. Drain's been summoning me for 14 years now. Well, things are starting to make a lot more sense. You certainly sound like a 14-year-old. The transformation has already begun. I will subsume him. His body and his mind will belong to me completely, and Dr. Drain will cease to be. You're awful confident about that, but I got bad news for you. You don't control Dr. Drain, he controls you. Oh, darling, the little doctor controls nothing at all, least of all himself. Make no mistake, he shall be mine.
But yeah, this is definitely a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde reference.
Oh yeah? And how do you know that? I know the little wretch far better than you do. He hasn't changed in centuries. Was he in therapy then? No, only in the modern age do we make do with such delusional exercises. So not everything he does is predictable. I don't think you got a good reason to be so confident. Are you trying to fill my head with doubts? Do you even think that such a thing is possible? There is no such thing as doubt for beings such as we. We live or we die. That's all. And I will live. I notice a funny way you and Dr. Drain talk about each other, as though you're totally different people. You really think that's true? Have you spoken with our pathetic little doctor? You know, he doesn't drink real blood. That's why he's so weak. Hold on, how's he even alive if he's not drinking blood? Oh, the little ball of shame didn't tell you. He's not even a vampire. He drinks that synthetic trash he produces instead of real blood.
Total side comment. That's impressive, bro, that you actually managed to make something that can sustain someone. Like, props to you.
You can't just discount everything about Dr. Drain just because he doesn't drink fresh blood. The guy's managed to live for 430 years. He's got to be doing something right. Besides, let's say you get your wish and everyone just becomes vampire food. Where are you gonna get blood when everyone's dead?
That is always the thing that gets me when people are like, oh, the vampire, let's kill all the humans. Like, the fuck you gonna eat, fam?
Well, you raise a valid point. Perhaps I'll start a mortal farm. Yes, that's it. They'll walk on all fours and be completely naked at all times.
That's a different book, bro.
I'll milk them each day and raise stud mortals.
That's definitely a different book.
Oh, this has possibilities. Why, thank you, darling. Brilliance can come from such unlikely places.
Ironically, a very similar plot of book has become popular on Book Talk recently.
Oh, dang, I wish I hadn't mentioned it. Why so shy, darling? You must have more experience than the dear doctor. I wouldn't be surprised if you were a 400-year-old virgin. If it weren't for me, his cock would have shriveled up like a raisin. I think I'm gonna surprise you, Lord, whatever you're calling yourself, but I think you're right. Dr. Drain does need you. But like it or not, you need him too. How very bloody dare you? What possible use could I have for a little turd like him? I am an animal, pure and perfect. I don't care what anyone thinks of me. Vampires ain't animals, not even the worst of us. The moment we learned to talk and reason, living like beasts was out the window. What a strange creature you are. You dress like a buffoon, but speak like a philosopher.
Just insult in his fashion. Hey, autocons. This is, you have walked into Vampire Therapist, where, Dr. Jekyll has turned into Mr. Hyde, the sex pest.
The buffoon is the more admirable of the two. At least he's honest. You and Dr. Drain lie and lie and lie to justify your existence. It's ridiculous to suggest that I need him. What could I possibly need him for?
Oh yeah, thanks for asking. I'm doing pretty good. My kitty is doing much better. He's healing up. For anyone who does not know, my cat decided to eat a sewing needle over the weekend, which is why I was not able to stream on Monday, because I had to take him to the emergency vet, and we ended up needing to do surgery, but the needle has been removed. He is now healing up, and today we put him in his nice little onesie so that we could remove the cone, which he is getting used to. So he has just been wobbling around the house for the last 30 minutes trying to relearn how to walk. Is very adorable. Yes. It's very good cat healing. So it looks like I did kind of pick things I can use, but probably not the ideal things. So definitely gonna want to reread over my different options before I start each thing. Autocons was saying my cat eats random things like plastic, and our cat does the same thing. He absolutely loves plastic. We literally cannot leave any plastic bags lying around, or he'll chew them. I had a garbage bag full of stuffed animals from when I moved, and he was literally ripping holes in the garbage bag. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Why do you want this? He also likes poking holes in cardboard, as the kitties do. And he loves bread. And potatoes. But yeah, apparently cats eating sewing needles is actually surprisingly common, to the point that there are a plethora of threads online about it. I'm like, well, if I'd known that, I could have been extra careful. But yeah, now it's at the point where we're like, oh, cat has shown interest in something he should not be near. That goes away now. Goodbye. Little grungy kitty boy eating plastic and sleeping on the floor. Yeah, right, cat. Want them microplastics indeed. Perfect. We all want them microplastics. How else we gonna become robots? Okay, there we go. I was like, I froze for a second.
When I tire, I sleep. When I lust, I fuck. When I thirst, I kill. As it should be. There it is again, that simple thinking and them shoulds that are only yours. Come the hell on. You think we vampires should just go on autopilot? Fuck, sleep, kill, repeat? Well, naturally, we should ensure that those things are fun. Otherwise, what's the point in doing them?
I suppose that's a more reasonable take on I'm just doing this because that's what I'm supposed to do. At least he's enjoying it, I guess.
That's it right there. I agree with you entirely. About time. I'll remove my clothing then. Or perhaps I'll remove yours. But not so fast. You're missing the point. If we're doing these things because they're fun, well, everybody's got their own idea of fun. That's our human experience at work. Like me, for instance. I'm more of a high intimacy kind of lover.
Yeah, cat sees needle, first thought, eat indeed. Actually, if I'd known that cats ate sewing needles, I probably could have avoided this, because he did actually get it in his mouth earlier, but I didn't realize he was trying to eat it. I just thought maybe he was playing with a string and accidentally got it in his mouth, but he'd been on my desk, and I caught him with the string in his mouth, and I pulled it out, and I'm like, dude, the needle is here. Why are you playing with that? And then later I learned that apparently they do that. When he ate it, I picked him up because he was on my desk, and I heard him make this audible gulp sound. And let me tell you, I have never felt as much anxiety in my life over an audible gulp as I did right at that moment. And I was like, oh my god, what did you just eat? And that is when I noticed the sewing needle was missing. So yeah, that's cat see needle, cat eat needle, panic. Much panic. But yeah, luckily he is fine. Now he must be half naked kitty because they had to shave his belly and stuff, and he's got them little pseudo socks because they had to shave his little legs too. And he's a Maine Coon mix, so he's extra fluffy, so it's really obvious his belly is like completely bare, and then he's got those like the little super like way shorter hair in that one spot, making him look like he's got socks. Which in his little onesie is so much funnier. But yeah, he came home and was super affectionate, being a little menace. Actually, I mentioned this on my socials, but just for anyone who didn't see it, he got home and immediately ran under the bed, at which point he promptly removed his cone and ripped off his own arm bandage by licking it and pulling it with his teeth. The good news, the arm bandage was supposed to come off anyway, so it was fine. I was gonna remove it anyway. But then I had to run into the other room and grab a churu to like lure him out from under the bed so we could get him away and close the door and make sure he was distracted and didn't lick his staples, while my spouse had to go fish his cone out from under the bed so we could then grab him and put it back on. At which point, in the next couple hours, he proceeded to either fully remove or almost remove his cone like 3 more times until we finally got it on him enough. We're just like, bro. The menace came home and was a menace. Shock and surprise. But yeah, hopefully with the onesie, we should have a less problem with that, and he can actually come back into the bedroom. Yeah. But yeah, the comical gulp at the end is, yeah, it was almost cartoonish. Like, I didn't even realize a cat could make that loud of a sound when they swallowed something. And yeah, okay, that's good, saved you the trouble. Yeah, that was kind of my thought, is I was like, I mean, I was gonna have to do that anyway, and it distracted him from licking the staples that he shouldn't have been licking, so like, good, I guess? Technically, that's not a bad thing. It's also good that we learned that he could use going under the bed to remove the cone, because if he had managed to do that at night while we were asleep, that would have been bad.
Oh, Boff. You managed to make even delightful things seem so heinous.
Should have named your cat Tom. He does have a T name. His name is Tyrael, but yeah, that probably would have been fitting.
I'm only speaking the truth. What makes you so damn sure you know what being a vampire is anyway? Why do you think you've got it all figured out? Lie to yourself all you like, darling. We're all alike. I know what you crave.
Lol.
Oh, that poor mortal had a family. Who gives a damn? I'm thirsty. That poor mortal must consume in order to live, and so must I.
Much selfishness, I guess.
He simply pretends not to enjoy it. I don't need to do any such thing. I love to kill. I love the taste of blood. Why would I love it if it weren't the only way to live?
That's emotional reasoning.
Okay, what you're doing there is interpreting reality based on how you feel. Well, that's emotional reasoning. You think because you love killing, killing is the only way to live. If you had a clear head, maybe you'd be able to see that ain't true. Oh, why, darling, if you wish to see me pleasure myself, all you had to do was ask.
I suppose that's one way to interpret that statement.
That
It took
ain't
me a
what I'm
second.
saying,
I
and you
will
know
admit,
it.
I was like,
I get all the
what?
blood I need without having to kill
How
folks.
is that? Oh, got it.
Point is, you're gonna get real fucking bored if you don't find a reason to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
Do you think I need a purpose? That's a mortal concern. I don't need a fucking legacy. I need blood. The only thing I should do is what I was made to do. You're
just
as
cannot
bad as
stop
Dr.
with the
Drain
fucking
all them
should statements, huh?
He keeps talking about what he shouldn't do, and you keep talking about what you should do. You both act so damn sure of yourselves. You're so damn sure blood is all you need. Oh, did I forget to mention all the fucking? No,
You definitely
but
did
hombre,
not.
you live forever. Food and sex is enough for animals. They got short lives. They get threatened and they die real quick. I know a lot of vampires who live like animals, and every single one of
Yeah.
them is lost.
On the note of the animals get threatened and die real quick, that's actually one of the most interesting things about the fact that human children take so long to grow up, because the length of time an animal needs in order to adapt into adulthood by itself actually shows how safe and secure that specific species is, which is why most herbivore type creatures, their kids almost can immediately fend for themselves. They stand up, they run around, they can eat all their own food, whereas, like, for example, monkeys and humans especially, as well as like whales, also have a relatively long time where they nurture their children. Because they take so long and are so essentially useless when they're born, that shows that they have almost no worry about predation, which is interesting.
Like him or not, Dr. Drain is your reason for living. Hell, if you didn't make this plasma stuff, you'd still be buried deep somewhere in his head. Fuck you. Dr. Drain is a pathetic little liar, and I will destroy him. That's what he wants. Then I'll come for you. If you're gonna kill me, you better be a quicker draw than I am. You wanna try your luck, compadre?
Bro's like, I will fucking shoot you.
No need. I do thirst, though, and I smell something downstairs. I smell mortals and virgins. Oh, how delicious. You've been holding out on me, cowboy. You can drink what's in that bottle till Dr. Drain comes back. I ain't letting the likes of you near them people. At least you're aware enough to know that I am a ravenous beast. And beast that I am, I must kill.
This part, when he goes like angry mode and his eyes get that like blue sclera with the red pupils, is really cool. Also, they did a really good job with the eye bags.
You will do no such thing to my mortals. Restrain yourself.
Oh, he woke up. He actually got out of his coffin and came upstairs just to chide this man. Fam.
Oh, now who is this beautiful morsel?
I am far older than any blood you have ever tasted, whelp. Do not dare to think you can overpower me.
Yeah, he will stomp you into the ground. Sexy eye bags and all.
Don't threaten me with a good time, daddy.
Alright.
I will keep this poor animal contained, Samuel. You did excellent work in handling him.
Bro will go any which way. He's fine with it.
Deserve some rest. I will meet with you later.
Whew. He's like, oh, whichever way we're doing, I'm good.
If you're sure.
Do not worry. I have no need to hurt.
Bro, the Undertaker.
Well, now I'm just disappointed. Alright, Andy. I'll talk to you later. And Lord Lurid, or whatever your name is, think about what we talked about, huh? Dr.
The
Drain's
Lord
got
Lurid
something you
thing.
need.
That was what I noticed. I'm like, his name's a lot like the word lurid, so he literally calls him Lord Lurid. Lord Lurid the Lurid.
Oh, Vom, get out of here already. Not you two.
Survived Lord Luridus' session. Lurid detail.
Tornation. Barely walked out of that one alive. And I thought therapy was just talking.
The real question is, can you not survive? But like, bro, you're therapizing vampires. Like, what? Why would you assume there would only be talking involved? You know how vampires work. It's like literally your entire shtick. Alright. Session 2. Dr. Drain transformed into Lord Luridus during our session today. That dude has got some issues. Luridus hates Dr. Drain, and Drain hates him. Luridus loves what Drain rejects, blood and sex. Luridus believes in acting like our animal selves without apology. Where Drain is scientific, Luridus is unscientific. Luridus is extremely confident. I gotta talk to Dr. Drain about where this Lord Luridus comes from and see if I can't get these two fellas speaking the same language.
I could use a drink.
Cat no shit.
If it isn't the Lone Ranger.
Hey, Crimson.
You look a little down, cowboy. Have a shot.
I don't mind if I do.
Rough one tonight.
I like how they've removed the therapy speak from down here after Crimson chastised us for using therapy speak on her.
Well, you could say that. My client went a little feral. Tried to attack me.
That ain't good. I hope you booted their ass out.
Well, here's the thing. He wasn't himself. The fella, he can't stand being a vampire, so the vampire comes out in nasty ways.
Don't put yourself into too much danger, cowboy. Cleaning up a pile of ashes isn't my idea of a good night.
Like, ignoring the whole having to clean up the incinerated body of your dead friend thing, cleaning ashes out of the carpet would just be a fucking nightmare.
So what? He just went and turned into a monster?
Yeah, pretty much.
More or less. Went from a restrained fella to a hedonist beast.
There's gonna be a funny comment
How
here.
do you think you handled it?
No, there's not.
Well, not well. That fella was ready to pounce from the second he showed up.
Yeah, I also screwed up and didn't actually put the right stuff on the bar, so I'm gonna go with the
I ain't
actual
proud of
response.
this, but I pulled my gun on him. Never thought I'd do that to a client.
I mean, I think it was necessary.
Don't go giving us Americans a bad name, Tex. I'm not happy about having that thing in my establishment at all.
I know, I got scared. He was threatening your customers, Crimson.
A gun isn't gonna fix that. You keep that thing in your holster, you hear?
Yes, ma'am.
You're better than that. If you're gonna help this guy, you help him like Sam Walls would.
And how's that?
People like talking to you, cowboy. They can't help sharing their lives with you.
It's like that point in a story where someone's like, why am I telling all this to this person? Bro got them talk to me bedroom eyes.
Whatever it is about you, folks are always going to prefer talking to you over killing you.
It's them talk to me bedroom eyes.
I surely do hope you're right.
You know my big secret already. I wouldn't have told it to you if I didn't believe in you.
Well, that's mighty kind of you, Crimson. I'm humble.
Quit it with the aw shucks stuff. Now you're just trying to be cute.
And making success visit.
They return.
Oh, hey, it's my little buddies. How's it going, kids?
Bad.
Oh,
I'm sorry to hear that, Maxie. What's going on?
Make some room, Kinder. I've got customers to serve. Go talk in the kink room.
Would you like to chat in the kink room, Maxie?
I would like that very much.
So what's going on, Maxie?
My boss yelled at me today and made me sad.
yeah, that sucks.
Well, what happened?
Someone injected a malicious SQL query into our API and used it to execute code. We did not have our queries parameterized, so they were able to drop the user table entirely.
I kind of get what this means.
I warned the backend developers that this would happen, but I got all of the blame.
Oh, that's not cool at all.
That sounds like a real mess, Maxie. Reminds me of the time I forgot to lock the gate on a cattle drive. By morning, every last cow was gone, just like your, user table thing. Maybe your boss was hopping mad, but I bet next time they'll listen to you.
Am I the only one who is now aroused?
No, Reinhardt, I am also aroused.
Okay, get on over here and pass me some neck.
I will. Let's see if I can angle this right. How up?
I
All
feel
right.
as though all my worries have been sucked away.
I am well acquainted with this feeling, Hazi.
And you will be once more.
I think that's my cue to get to my coffin.
You scared the American away, Maxie.
I suppose I am a very bad girl.
All right, I'm out. Bedtime for Sam. See you kids later.
They're fucking ready, and he's just like, oh, see ya, bye. Phew.
Samuel, greetings.
Let's check if my book has a new today on The Adventures of Sam the Cowboy. Nope.
Oh, hey, Andy.
What is wrong, my friend? You don't seem your chipper American self.
I guess I ain't too happy to be seeing tonight's client. I'm still feeling the tongue lashing she gave me last time.
Oh, is this the old lady?
Ah, yes, the Senora Deste.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
She certainly has a way with words.
It ain't that. It's just this sense I get. Like she thinks I can be a certain way just because she tells me to.
Aha. At least that makes her core distortion clear, doesn't it? You know what it is, of course.
I think it's this one.
That lady's got control fallacies out the wazoo, and they've given her centuries of stress.
I do not know this term, wazoo, but you are correct. The woman who chooses immortality so that she can ensure her family makes the correct decisions probably has some control issues.
Just maybe. I mean, there's no way we can be sure.
And taking out her stress on me.
Do not take her criticisms too much to heart, my friend. You are simply a convenient target, an element within her control.
That's one of the major things with the control issues, perfectionism, is taking out your frustration over the inability to be perfect by, like, having extreme control over the few things that you can control and getting mad at stuff that, you know, like just random things because of the other emotional issues you're having.
That still don't make it much fun.
I will not deny that Senora Deste is a confrontational client, but take her presence as a gift, however you can. A woman so powerful in her time has much to teach us.
Yeah.
You have all the tools you need at your disposal to help her. Consider your approach.
All right. Before I click on that, I'm going to look at my book. And then I just skimmed over that real quick. So, Nosferatu thinking, everything's a big showdown. Control fallacy is the I can do everything. Let's see. So we got either I show up ready to win the rodeo or I'd better not show up. If a mortal discovers our secret, it's my responsibility to deal with it. Labeling. Missed the shot, I'm such a butterfingers. Should statements. I'm a vampire, I should live in a castle. Disqualifying the positive. I think I should definitely put disqualifying the positive in there for her. Personalization. Emotional reasoning. I think I definitely also want emotional reasoning and overgeneralization. All right. So I want disqualifying the positive, emotional reasoning, overgeneralization, and I think should statements?
All right. I think I'm ready.
Let's see if I picked the right stuff this time.
I will leave you to meditate then. Be well, Samuel, and let this 3,000-year-old tell you, you are a fantastic therapist.
That's nice.
Oh, gosh. You're gonna make me blush. Get on out of here, boss. I can handle this.
I know you can.
Now I think I'm ready. And here she comes. A deep breath.
A bat. Flying chair.
Howdy, Senora. Nice to see you again.
Liar. You are as pleased to see me as I am to see you, therapist.
We're gonna get straight into it, huh? All right, lay it on me. Why ain't you happy to see me?
Because you are a worm.
Yeah, I've been called a lot worse. You're gonna need to be more specific than that, Senora.
Bro's just like, nah, that don't even faze me anymore.
You are a worm because of the way you wriggled into my mind the last time we spoke, leaving behind loathsome doubts. The only reason I am here is to confront you for your beastly behavior.
He's, can't get him off your mind?
I come to you in crisis, and you suggest that I am the cause of my own woe. Aren't you supposed to help me?
I mean, knowing that can often be a help, but
Senora,
alright.
you came in here telling me that Art is dead. How am I supposed to help you with that?
I don't know. But telling me that my existence has been a complete waste of time is not comforting.
Yeah.
I definitely don't remember saying that, Senora. What I said is that you ain't gonna change the world for anyone, but that doesn't mean your work wasn't worth anything. That's what I call Nosferatu thinking. Remember what we talked about? There's always gonna be people who want Space Wars, and there's always gonna be people who want Michelangelo.
Michelangelo? Who is Michelangelo?
The guy what painted the Sistine Chapel. Michelangelo.
Michelangelo did no such thing. Perhaps you are thinking of a man from New Jersey, or a turtle. It is Michelangelo.
That... Lady. Come on now.
Senor, you want to talk about wasting time? What's using me as a punching
Like,
bag doing for you?
that's not even like all of his other mistakes where he's not even pronouncing it remotely correct. It's like a single sound. Come on.
Very well. I will speak plainly. I am angry with you, Mr. Waltz.
I do like how she mentioned the turtle, though. That was funny.
Yes, perhaps not all I did was a waste of time, effort, and pain, but to think that much of it was, this is most horrifying.
I can see why it'd be upsetting to see something you put a lot of effort into not work out.
It is more than upsetting. It is devastating. I did not just fail to bring the understanding of true beauty into the world, I failed to bring it to my own familia.
That's the real problem right there.
I watched them die, Mr. Walls. It was not the physical death that caused me the greatest pain, but the spiritual death. They had no care for the Gonzaga name nor the Deste name. Despite my sacrifice and all my efforts, they pissed away my legacy.
Oh boy, sounds like there's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah.
It is a dark and painful story, Mr. Walls. A story where my greatest joy turns to ash, and I was powerless to stop it.
Damn.
When last we met, did I tell you about my son?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Federico. Ah, my dear Federico, my little clown, my delicate artist, my beautiful boy. I suffered for him, Mr.
Boy,
Walls. I put up with my husband, Frankie, and all his brutishness, all his licentiousness. All for Federico.
But I kind of get it, considering that she got a shit husband and what time period she's in.
I raised him to be intelligent and clever, to understand the gentle arts and philosophy. I raised him to be a Deste. But for all my efforts, I could not cool his Gonzaga blood, and it persisted for a century, to the ruin of our house.
I hate to break it to you, senor, but every kid's got two parents, whether they know them or not. And kids have got minds of their own.
Yeah, it's like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Apt metaphor considering Mr. Cowboy Man.
I refuse to believe that we are trapped by our blood. What was my destiny as a girl? Men of my time said it was to be servile and docile, a political pawn.
It's not about being trapped by our blood, it's about you not being able to control what other people choose to do.
What saved me from that fate? Knowledge, study, an appreciation of art, music, history, and literature. In the same way, I should have been able to save my son.
Why do you think you should have been able to save your son?
I was his mother. If I did not save him, who could?
He could.
I'm not saying someone else could. I'm saying that responsibility to save your son, that you should save him, doesn't line up with the truth. It ain't some kind of destiny for one person to save another.
Unless we're talking about, like, Space Wars, lol.
Clearly, it was not my destiny to save my son. But my failure did not end with my darling Federico. I was only 153 when the once great Gonzaga house surrendered all its honor to the hated Spanish. I stood by, useless as a statue, as the Gonzaga name burned in the war of the Mantuan succession.
That's probably a real thing, but I don't know enough about it to be able to...
What's this War of the Mantuan Succession all about?
Do you know nothing of history at all?
Sorry.
Oh, very well.
That particular region is not my specialty.
It all began because my fool of a great-great-grandson, Vincenzo II, did not listen to me. Instead of dutifully procreating with his wife, he decided to impregnate mistresses.
That would cause problems.
When he ate himself into the grave, the line of succession was broken, and the French and Spanish swarmed upon my home like cockroaches. I killed a great many of them myself, but it was not enough. Eventually, the Gonzaga lands were given away to both countries. Of course, this is common knowledge. I would have had your tutors beaten.
Senora, the only tutors I ever had showed up after eating a can of baked beans.
Disgusting.
What's up
So
with
wait,
that?
there's a whole ass war going on and you're supposed to stop it? How's that work?
I gave up my humanity to guide my familia through the ages. If I could not do that, what was the point of becoming undead?
This, I think, is a Nosferatu statement, which I don't have. So... disqualifying? No?
The Senora has put a lot of pressure on herself and dire
Okay,
consequences
so
for
it
failure.
is a
Would
control...
you not say so?
I gave up my humanity
I'm so bad
to
at
guide
control
my
fallacy
familia through
versus
the
not
ages.
Nosferatu
If I could not do
thinking.
that, what was the point of becoming undead?
Senor, being a vampire gives us a lot of powers, but it doesn't give us the power to control a single human being, let alone a whole dynasty of them. When the heck have we ever listened to our betters? I ain't no historian, but I know enough to know people are liable to making the same mistakes over and over
People
again.
like, how could we learn from our history if it's not properly recorded? Even when our history is properly recorded, we ain't learning shit.
Humans have got that whole pesky free will thing that makes them do dumb things.
Indeed.
Perhaps you are correct. Stupidity is inevitable.
Sad, but true.
I understand what you are trying to do, Mr. Walls.
What am I trying to do, Senora?
You are trying to tell me that I've been living a lie for more than 400 years.
I ain't doing anything like that, Senora.
Do not fret, peasant. We are in agreement. I have been living a lie. We all have.
What's the
As
lie?
I told you last time, I know my own foolishness. But time has not made my mortal concerns fade. In my mind, I know that virtue, love, chastity, wisdom, honor, these kinds of words were created by men to make us supplicant. But, fool that I am, I still love the idea of virtue. I have loved it ever since I was a child.
One of the things I find interesting about this is like, yes, that is correct. That concept was specifically used to keep people in line, but I feel like this is one of those things where just because something was originally created for bad reasons does not make the thing itself bad. You know? Like, there are a lot of concepts and ideas and terms that have been used for bad things or twisted to become bad things, but that does not make their concepts or, like, the things themselves inherently evil, you know? Like, those concepts of virtue are, like, obviously good, you know? And so, like, it's not wrong for her to love those concepts and ideas because they are things that are worth pursuing.
I used to love all the tales of Roman mythology. I saw myself in all the goddesses.
That explains some things.
I saw my strength and chastity in Diana. In Minerva, my wisdom. In Venus, I saw my timeless beauty and romantic nature.
That's nice.
Romantic nature.
Romantic nature? What a wretched parrot I hear. Do not look at me so. Yes, I was a romantic. Until reality came crashing down upon me. Look at this painting I had commissioned.
Oh.
What am I looking at? I don't know much about art.
It's Hermes. Or, I don't remember what his name is in Roman mythology.
The figures standing upon the arch are Venus and Mars. Mars is portrayed by my idiot husband, Frankie. Beside him, I stand as Venus.
I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be looking.
You may appreciate my beauty, peasant, but do not let your eyes linger upon my once supple body overlong. This is art, not pornography. But look closer and you will see that even this art is a lie. This is the dream of a foolish girl. To be enjoined in pure romantic love with a handsome warrior. I believed so hard, Mr. Walls, that I thought I could make it through.
Unfortunate realities of toxic and unhealthy relationships right there.
But this handsome man is not Frankie. This is Frankie. He is not Mars, but Vulcan.
I don't think that's the insult you mean it to be, if I'm remembering who that is correctly.
Well, he's got some abs. I'll give him that.
Yes, I did not shy from truth. But see how love's aim goes amiss and strikes his gangrenous penis rather than his heart.
What?
See the grapes behind him, for the drunkard is never far from his true love.
Oh, hi! Thanks for subscribing. Jordan Magpie Bullet on YouTube. Hi, Slime, new subscriber from Ghoul Slap. Yeah, I'm so glad that you came by. Thanks so much. I always love Ghoul Slap streams, and it's always really fun to see people who come over from over there. I hope you guys are having fun. Oh, yay, it's the raid. Perfect timing. Yes, indeed. Remember, it is art, not pornography. To quote the Isabella was just chastising us earlier about this, lol. So yeah, welcome in. We are looking at Renaissance penises, I guess. Lol. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Also love the model. It's cute. Thank you so much. I'm really happy with my model. These my ears and tail are my special costume for Halloween. Once the spooky season is over, that will become that's great timing. That will become one of my many toggles. I'm very happy with my little my redeems that we'll be able to add. That's really funny. Yeah, Jordan Magpie Bullet was just telling me that they came over from your recommendation, so yes. Penis. I feel like someone's gonna clip that out of context at some point. So yes, this is Ghoul Slap, an amazing streamer who does a lot of really fun games. Ghoul Slap's been playing this really interesting Korean horror game, as well as a lot of Secret World. Tends to play a lot of spooky games that are really fun. But one thing I've noticed that I really love is Ghoul Slap seems to be able to play spooky games without making it feel too scary, which allows me to get to experience the games without freaking out. So like, yay! Lol, Jordan Magpie Bullet said some will clip that out of context. Yeah, probably. And then autocons. So you came back just in time for all the penises? That's hilarious. Right, as Ghoul Slap says, let me freak out for you. Exactly. So if you want to watch a horror game where you can feel relaxed and watch someone else do the freaking out for you, definitely recommend Ghoul Slap. I love hanging out in their streams all the time. So yes, we are doing a session of a vampire therapist over here, and for anyone who does not know me, I am Rena the Slime, just a little slime here. I am a variety streamer who tends to play cozy games. Right now, for Halloween, we are doing our lovely spooky season, so we're playing some vampire therapist, and unless I get wrapped up in these sessions, we might play some Little Witch of the Wilds later today. Nauticons! Thank you for stopping by with Ghoul. That is a very cute little bap emoji. Glad to see you all here. Pog fire. I love that emote. This is fine. Yes, we are, she is now confronting her familial issues and her desire for her shitty husband to not be a shitty husband.
See how he flails helplessly, as if begging a true warrior to put a sword in his belly.
Right? Yeah, like I get the feeling. I think this is one of those. I wouldn't be surprised if he was actually shitty, but I also wonder if she was expecting him to be something he could not be, you know?
I'm sensing we've got some work to do around your husband.
Yeah.
Whatever gave you that impression?
Literally everything.
The man was created solely to crush my view of the world and my place in it.
Right.
Naturally, I might have some issues around him.
Oof.
I now believe that Frankie was the truest man I ever met. That is what broke my heart. I maintained the illusion that he was my Mars because that is what I needed. I was not ready to face the truth. Oh, but I knew. Even as a 15-year-old girl, I knew. But I could not accept that I was married to the legendary penetrator of Mantua.
Lol.
Is it any wonder that I prefer the lie of virtue? The problem is men. You are all weak animals who would give up your dignity for an evening in the company of Lucrezia Borgia.
I do know who that is. I gotta keep. Yeah, it kind of does. Actually, that's funny. Yeah, these are my my cognitive distortions that I get to pick from to throw at people during our discussions. I need to keep my finger off the mouse because sometimes when I get twitchy, I accidentally click, and this game doesn't allow us to go back. So it's like, whoops, just skipped that line on accident. No?
Speaking as a man who did spend an evening with Lucrezia Borgia, I can assure you that she is not for everyone.
I'm glad I clicked the wrong option.
The problem is men. You are all...
Hold your horses there, Senora. I don't even know who the heck Lucretia Borgia is.
Yeah, I mean, considering she was on an entire other fucking continent at the time.
She is the inventor of twerking. All men flock to her, as I'm sure you would. They say she was blonde, but she looked like a redhead to me. You know what they say about redheads. Kissed by Lucifer.
Damn, that's some prejudice right there.
Dang, Senora. Your overgeneralizations are building up and making you see whole groups of folks as awful. Now, I know you got your reasons for feeling the way that you do, real personal ones, but recognize where your experience is making you narrow your thinking. I mean, Senora, I'll be straight with you, as you're a tough lady. Here's where I think it's coming from.
That would be funny, but this is clearly the issue here.
You're comparing
Sadly,
people
I did not get to
gods,
use my Twitter
including
conversation
yourself,
bar
and
this time.
Everyone's failing that test. Frankie weren't never going to be Mars. You weren't never going to be Venus. You weren't born out of no shell.
And you will never be anything but a peasant.
Heck, Senora, I'll be as surprised as anyone if I get invited to a high society dinner.
Everyone has been swept away. All right, we will wait and hang out over here until everyone returns. For all of the people who came in with the raid, I recently did a slight edit to my model. Apparently, when I was saving my files for my ears, one of my ears had like an extra layer in the background that was messing up the transparency. So now they are properly sluzzy, lol. I also adjusted the back layer of my body and my tail to add a slight transparency. I feel like that makes it look a lot nicer. It's very subtle, but I really like it. I feel like it's easier to see if you kind of look next to my heart where my tail is moving back and forth. You can kind of see my coloration adjust slightly from my tail moving. That's because my tail can be seen through my body now. And you can kind of see the background through my tail. I love it. Much happy. I think... Yeah, it was actually Gugu Karasu who was the first one to use sluzzy, which I think is hilarious, so I've been using it everywhere now. I think Gugu Karasu is probably stuck in ads, so I will have to let them know after this, but when I was first showing off my my fuzzy slime model, I was like, yeah, it's fuzzy, but it's still slime. And Gugu Karasu was like, so it's sluzzy? It's like, yes. Yes, it is. That is hilarious. I like how subtle they make the background music during these scenes, so there's still something going on when you're sitting there staring at your Twitter discussion bar being like, which fucking one of these arguments do I want to use against this person? This is the Twitter discussion bar now. Gugu Karasu. Rakasu? I can words. Gugu Rakasu. There we go. I was misreading your name. I'm sorry, the dyslexia kicked in. That's another one of those things I've actually pondered if I should go get checked out, but now that I'm not in school anymore, I honestly don't know if there would really be any point. And yeah, thank you again for the subscription, Jordan Magpie Bullet. That was really cool of you. I'm glad you came by and are enjoying the channel, which you're probably also stuck in ads, so I'll thank you again when you come back, lol. Actually, I don't know how YouTube does the ads. Now that I think about it, it might just be Twitch. So y'all on YouTube might just be hanging out here with me. Well, all of our Twitch for friends are stuck in ads. Welcome back, everyone. I was just telling all of our subscription friends that Gugu Rakasu was the one who came up with the hilarious descriptor of my model being sluzzy, lol. From being a fuzzy slime. I love it. I've been using it everywhere. And I was also saying that I will definitely be calling this lower bar in Vampire Therapist the Twitter discussion bar from now on. Because that is very funny. So yes, now that everyone has returned from ads, you have been freed. Nice. Yeah, Anacon's was saying that YouTube doesn't get ads, so they get to watch for free. That's great. Yeah, I also don't have enough subscribers to even attempt to monetize my channel. I think you need something like 500 subscribers in order to actually start activating any of that stuff on YouTube. It is insane. I was like, wow, that's gonna take a while, geez. But yes, I was also saying thank you, Jordan Magpie Bullet YouTube, again for the subscription. I am glad you're here and enjoying yourself. It's always nice to have more people to hang out with while we're playing our games. Alright, now it is time to throw more Twitter discussion points at her.
I can tell I'm hitting a sore spot, but maybe that means that's what we've got to focus on.
Yeah? Stares judgingly.
I do not like you, Sam Walls. But you are correct. I betray my own
the
purity
more the
of
merrier,
spirit with my
indeed.
anger. But I say, why should we not aim to be like the gods? Humanity is not worth preserving when we are such petty creatures.
No.
The Senora has a rather dim view of humanity in all its
Okay, so it was disqualifying the positive. I love when you think it's something and you're like, no, it's not that. It should be this. It was that.
But I say,
Wait just a minute there, Senora.
Interruption.
Humanity ain't worth preserving.
Objection!
I say you're wrong. Damn wrong. Look at yourself.
Wow, Otacons was saying last time that they looked at you needed around 1K subscribers last time they checked. Yeah, I think when I was looking recently it was 500, so they must have changed the amount. I can see why though, because 1,000 subscribers is a lot of people. 500 is already a lot of people, so I can see why they lowered it if it used to be 1,000. That's crazy, that many subscribers to activate all of the monetization features. Dang.
Look at what you've created. Ain't no goddess has ever done what you've done. You brought some of the finest art ever produced into existence.
Indeed.
You ran your own city, which is something I'm pretty sure Venus never did.
I like how he's basically like, you're better than the gods. Bro, this has caused so many issues. Have you not read a story in Greek mythology? The answer is no, but still.
I suppose that
Didn't you listen to Epic the Musical?
Our mortal concerns seem so pedestrian, though.
Senora, humanity is all we've got. Even if we're immortal, every word we're speaking is a result of our humanity. Yeah, we make a lot of mistakes, and some of us sound like peasants, but all that messiness is worth something. It makes us who we are. Senora, I don't think you're a goddess. I think you're way more interesting and impressive, because you're real.
Oh.
Well, you have great wisdom for a peasant, Sam. And your kerchief is a fetching shade of red that matches your eyes.
She's flirting with him.
Well, thanks, Senora. Let's focus on you, though. What happens if you're not that perfect goddess?
I suppose I have always felt that if I could not live to my ideals, I would be left with nothing. I would be discarded like Frankie's mistresses
This
and
is
die of some
Nosferatu
sex
thinking,
disease.
which I don't have on there, so.
Oh, Mr. Walls, I know you speak the truth. I wielded great strength in an age where women were
Yeah,
not
honestly, that is
respected.
hella impressive.
But I alone feel the weight of my family's collapse, so I feel responsible for it.
Does
No?
Senora Deste's feeling of responsibility
Oh.
for her family does Senora Deste's feeling of responsibility for her family make them her responsibility, Samuel?
Yeah, okay. It's the subset of control fallacy, emotional reasoning. Close. I was close.
I alone feel the weight of my family's collapse, so I feel responsible for it.
I know it's a lot to bear, Senora, but that weight you're carrying doesn't mean you're the one destined to carry the weight. You get what I'm saying?
This sounds like some of that excellent peasant wisdom of yours. Please explain.
What I'm saying is that feeling you've got doesn't create truth. You feel that you have ultimate responsibility for your family, but that feeling doesn't make it so.
Yes, I see. No one gave me this
Yes,
responsibility
good.
other than myself.
That's exactly it, Senora.
But I was the only person capable of preserving
Okay,
my
this
family.
is a control
Sam.
fallacy. Watch as
That
it's
is what
not.
makes my failure so poignant.
I was
Senora,
right this time. I
what
did
if
it.
you weren't the only person capable of preserving your family? What if no one person was?
I mean, that's usually the thing. One person can bring the downfall of a family, sure, but everyone needs to be the ones to help preserve it.
I don't know. I never considered such a thing.
Well, try to consider it now. What if you accepted that whatever was going to happen to your family was going to happen?
You sound like a Calvinist.
Lol. All right, Otacons, have a nice sleep. Yes, I will. Everyone, get your lovely rest tonight. And Otacons, I hope you have a lovely evening and a very refreshing rest, and you wake up feeling rearing and ready to go without any of that annoying sleepiness and drowsiness in the morning. Yeah, we have Nauticons and Otacons. Perfect. There's nothing confusing there at all. We have the Otacons and not the Otacons.
Never mind with the labeling for now. How would you feel if you knew nobody can control what happened to the Gonzaga house?
I think I would feel relieved.
Oh, that's good. Then think about it that way.
Senora, whatever happened to your family, fault never belonged to you. You were the one who named yourself responsible. No one else did. Look at who you are. And I think you can be damned impressed at who that lady is.
Damn you.
Oh.
Too late, Senora. Look, let's wrap up tonight, huh? I think you did great. You probably got some stuff to think about.
Yes. Thank you, Sam. I will see you in a month.
Side comment. Props to these voice actors. They're really good. That was a really convincing crying sound.
Of course, Senora. I'm looking forward to it.
Goodbye, Sam.
Samuel.
The chair
appears
just
you have an
sliding in and
admirer.
out. Right?
Oh, shucks.
I think Isabella d'Este has liked fewer than 5 people in her hundreds of years of existence, and you are one of them.
Once again, it's them talk to me bedroom eyes that they've drawn bro with over here.
Remember, though, that romantic entanglements between a therapist and client are absolutely forbidden, in case you are tempted.
Come on now, Andy. I ain't gonna do anything like that.
Of course, should the mind wander into fantasy, that is entirely acceptable.
Oh, you're just messing with me now.
I could not help it. It's rather cute. The first lady of the Renaissance and humble cowboy Samuel Walls.
Right?
Quite a picture, isn't
That
it?
right there seems like the exact type of thing you'd see a romance novel written about. The High Lady of the Renaissance and the humble cowboy. Like, that's literally a romance novel.
Okay, that's it. I'm getting a drink.
I'm sorry, Samuel. Please, drink. Ask Crimson for the Royal Virgin. It's my very best. I think you deserve it.
Is that title literal or figurative?
Yeah, whatever. You have a good night, Andy.
Rest in peace, Samuel.
Every time he says that. I know. Like, obviously it's a joke. It's a play on words because they're vampires, but like, it still sounds vaguely threatening every time to me. Like, he's just like,
Thought I had family
you're
problems.
expecting them to die, kind of a vibe. Oh, there it is. Session 2. We really got into the Senora's family issues today, and there's lots of them. She's hoppin' mad they didn't meet her standards. Isabel died so she could control her family. Didn't work. Her husband and son were both major disappointments to her, especially her son. She really hates the Spanish. I'd wanted to talk to her about that, but I didn't realize I wasn't going to get all the options. Might be a little obsessed with her late husband's failings as a man. Sounds like maybe he deserved it, but we can get into that later. The Senora is still holding a lot of anger. I think this is just the tip of the iceberg, though. Next time I'll see if I can't push a little more.
I need me a Crimson special after that one. Howdy, Crimson. Think you could fashion me up one of them blood cocktails?
I reckon so. Got a lot on your mind tonight.
You gonna
young
ask
boy.
her for the Royal Virgin or whatever?
Yeah, just thinking about family stuff. I got this client who's got some real tough family issues to go through, and it got me thinking about my own. Or my lack of family, at least.
You got any family left?
I mean, Dear.
I've got a great,
Okay, there we go.
great granddaughter kicking around apparently, but she's got no connection to this old cowpoke. Not sure what she'd say if a man dressed like a cowboy introduced himself as her vampire relative from the 1800s.
Depends on what type of fiction she's into, I guess.
I see your point. Sounds like you don't have many family problems then.
I reckon so. Family means a lot to my client, though. I hope my perspective's still useful.
How do you think she's handling her therapy so far?
I'd say hers is actually going really
I
well.
think she's doing pretty well, honestly. She spent a long time judging herself by her family's achievements, but I think she's starting to recognize the fruitlessness in that.
Seems like you don't need her family to be able to give her some hope.
Yee.
I suppose not. Rich family problems were never going to be my specialty anyway.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You got family back home, Crimson?
Yeah, I've got some family. We don't talk too much. I went a little wild after I got my diagnosis.
Makes sense.
They're not too fond of my lifestyle choices, but hey, at least I'm alive. And I get to hear them gossiping about how I don't age.
Lol.
Well, you chose a good age to stop getting older. I often wish I weren't such a dusty old corpse, but death comes when it comes.
Sometimes he's still waiting for me to give him an opening.
Death always is. Pardon me for asking, but is there a reason you're choosing not to be a vampire?
Ooh, are we finally gonna get to
There
talk
is,
about it?
But I'm
Oh.
not talking about it tonight. A little mystery makes life a bit spicier, don't you think, Cowboy?
When am I gonna meet Eyeball Girl again?
Oh, I wasn't trying to pry or nothing.
Bullshit. I know you're curious. Here, consolation prize.
But what is it?
Black Widow.
Oh.
Black stuff's just food coloring. Figured you were in the mood for a scary lady tonight.
Thank you kindly, ma'am. Think I'll take this to my coffin for a quiet night.
You do that, honey. And don't spill in Andy's coffin. He'll act like he's not mad, but you know he's mad.
Why should I be upset? What has happened has happened.
Not bad, cowboy.
That's actually really accurate sounding.
Get the hell out of here.
Okay, I'm going. See you later, Crimson.
That was really good too. She did a good job of the laughing
There we
while
are.
talking.
Gotta get me one of these fancy coffins for back home. Now, let's see. What am I in the mood for? I think I'm either gonna find a passage from Little Women that suits me, or I'm gonna watch Shemp get smacked in the head with a hot iron. Or I'm going to bed.
Okay. Those are some interesting options. Watch Shemp get his head crushed in a vice. I guess we'll read from Pretty Woman, I guess.
I can always turn to the outcuts in my times of doubt. Somehow they got above it all and started exploring humanity. Now, where was that line? All right, here in chapter 8. I am angry nearly every day of my life, Joe. but I have learned not to show it. And I still hope to learn not to feel it, though it may take me another 40 years to do so. Yeah, that sounds like the Senora. Hope she doesn't have to wait too much longer, and that I'm not making it worse.
No, I think you're helping her
Well,
out.
that's enough fun for one day. Good night, son. See you in hell.
Is that not how you feel when you return from having to go outside when you weren't expecting it? It's super
Samuel,
bright.
greetings.
Good night, son. See you in hell.
Actor friend tonight, are you not?
All right, let's check my journal. Oh, I guess he's just not writing in his journal recently. Samuel, greetings. I believe you are seeing our actor friend, are you not? Oh, right. That guy, the Shakespeare guy.
Yeah, I guess so. I still ain't sure I'm the right therapist for that fella.
The guy that tried to gaslight me so hard he almost lit the room on fire, so I reverse gaslit him by treating him like a horse. And honestly, no, that sentence does not make a lot more sense in context. That's exactly what happened. That is literally what happened. There is no more context for that scene. That is the entire scene.
There may not be a right therapist for him, but let us think positively. He has put himself in your care, and that is a tremendous step.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm thinking it's gonna be an uphill battle, though.
At least his core distortion is clear, don't you think? You know what it is, I am sure.
I forgot to read my things before I did this. Okay, let's see. He does a lot of disqualifying.
Is it disqualifying the positive?
Oh, whoops.
You do know which client you are seeing tonight, yes?
Apparently
Inflating
not.
the positive might be more appropriate.
Right. Guess I had a little brain fart.
Okay, so personalization. Oh yes, right, that's what it
It's
is.
personalization, right?
Of course, a distortion common to many with narcissistic tendencies.
Lol.
Yep, it's the Edmund Keane show all day, every day.
I feel like that Captain America meme occasionally when I'm playing this game where I'm like, what?
I recognize your disdain, but pause a moment. It must be difficult for Edmund to make everything all about him all the time, don't you think?
He doesn't have to make everything about him, though.
He doesn't know that. Keep digging, Samuel. You will find his truth. Choose your distortions well.
If someone actually is a narcissist, like they actually have the mental condition, that what they just said right there is not necessarily going to be true. That is actually one of the, usually not always, but is frequently one of the issues in dealing with someone who is actually a narcissist, is that they do have to make it, like that's just how their brain works. Like there is no dig deeper to get through this. That's not going to work. And this is why therapy is always very situational, and you can't just use it in broad strokes for everything. All right. I think he's definitely going to overgeneralize. He's definitely going to disqualify the positive. He's probably going to do emotional reasoning, and let's just slap Nosferatu thinking in there because I haven't used it yet.
I think I'm all holstered up now.
Lol.
Very good, Samuel.
Remember,
I wish you patience
keep it holstered,
and
or
compassion.
Crimson's going to get mad at us.
Good luck.
See you later, Andy. All right, now what did Andy teach me? Breathe. I think I'm ready. Right on time. I think I hear him coming. Hey, Edmund, good to see you. How you been feeling these past few weeks?
Empty, my
I was
dear
going to say
boy.
horrible, probably.
Empty. I am but a vessel made for a single purpose. But alas, and alack, that purpose is in supply most rare.
You mean acting, right?
Aye, that's the rub. Acting, my dear boy. Acting. My thespian blood goes rancid with stagnation, and the only cure seems to me irreprehensible now. I do not wish to face these mortal directors, for they dare to tell me my art.
Ain't that
Lol.
what directors are supposed to do?
This.
Oh, my dear boy, Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and others have greatness thrust upon them.
Lol.
No director can thrust greatness upon the already great. In mine own case, mine greatness hath already been achieved.
Nobody's saying
I
you
did
ain't
it!
great, Eddie. You're talking in
Whew.
extremes. If every actor's awful or perfect, what the heck's a director supposed to do?
I was really not sure which one it was going to be.
Most unenviable position to
I'm
be
like, it has to be
sure.
one because it's
I
letting
have
me pick.
directed and did find it most odious. Indeed, a great actor can make the less talented seem even smaller.
But you get it. All the director's doing is making sure everyone's doing what they're best at, right? That ain't saying you ain't great.
I suppose, but it is most frustrating when I know best.
Well, maybe you can help me understand a little better. You said that greatness was thrust upon you, right? How did that happen?
Ah, you are curious to hear what circumstances created this actor non-pare. I cannot blame you. Well, recounting such a history will please me indeed. I first rattled the foundations of the stage as a mere babe. Indeed, too young for memory, and yet old enough to command attention. Clad only in swaddling cloth at the age of 4, I was Cupid himself. But my arrows seemingly went astray, for the entirety of the audience fell in love with me. It is the stuff of legend. For tender as my mind was, I could not bear witness to my own greatness. But it does prove that I was indeed born great.
But you said greatness was thrust upon you.
It was a matter of necessity. You may not guess it from my gentle speech, but I am no lordling.
Considering that you were doing Shakespeare, I think that's kind of obvious. Just saying. Well, with, Shakespeare being a playwright of the people and considered a godly what's the word I'm looking for? Ungodly? Uncouth? I don't know. It was considered pretty lowbrow at the time, so.
Selfishly, and surely to spite me, my father shuffled off his mortal coil
All
when I
right.
was but a babe in arms ere I ever graced the stage. It left my mother and myself in dire straits.
Hold on a sec. You said your old man died selfishly. Well, what do you mean?
Well, what kind of a father drinks himself to death when he has a beautiful baby son at home?
Like, you're not wrong, but.
I at least waited until my son was older before I did the same.
Bro.
Eddie, come on. Listen to yourself. I'm sure you didn't die to spite your son, just as your pa didn't die to spite you. I ain't gonna deny his choices hurt you, but they weren't all about you.
Yeah.
Forgive me then. 'Tis ever the fate of an actor to feel every emotion more keenly. The situation my mother and I were left in was most precarious.
Most precarious.
We were the lowest of the low, you see. We lived in the rookeries and begged for our bread. But he that hath wit must make content with his fortune's fit. And oh, did we beg. She was my Queen Gertrude, and I her filthy little Hamlet. Did I mention I played Hamlet at age 14?
No, I hadn't heard that.
Well, anyway, my mother was a competent actress, but it was my wit alone that saved us from destitution.
It sounds like your mother did a lot for you. I'm sure the people loved you, but could you have done it alone?
I suppose my dramaturgical purpose would have been lost without a scene partner, but it was I whom the throngs came to see.
I ain't saying that ain't the case, but you might be disqualifying your mother's contribution to your greatness, right?
I don't see how that is relevant, but I suppose so.
You're getting mad.
Continue unabated, sir. Forsooth, I was so prodigious that, at the age of 7, I garnered the attention of one Reginald Flopbot of the Worthington Flopbots. 'Twas he who paid to get me off the streets and into the dormitories. He said, "Edmund, my cherub, the streets are not for you. One day you will be the greatest of actors."
Hey, how about that? You went and proved him right.
Piffle. Master Flopbot never gave a fig about my potential. I was a prop to him, a symbol of his generosity and high breeding. Every month he would stage an elaborate party with all the well-to-do society of London. The dandy fop would stand upon a dais and announce himself as the savior of the city's poor. That was my cue. I would be lowered down from the rooftop, wearing naught but swaddling clothes and a set of opulent wings. The gentry's delight was my dungeon, but I would flit among them, reprising my breakout role as Cupid by shooting little arrows of love at them. At the age of 7, it was most disquieting. At 11, on the cusp of manhood, the shame was too much to bear.
Dang,
Yeah.
Eddie, that sounds awful. That flopbob fella had no right to do that to you.
No, indeed. I remember my last performance quite vividly. The titters and leering glances from the guests linger ever in the back of my mind.
That explains some of his responses in our last session.
And fool that I was, I played my part still. I should have plunged mine arrows into that fool Flopbot's chest instead of shaming myself.
Honestly, even if I had should statements on here, I'm not sure I would select it.
I swore that night to never be a puppet again. I stole away and gave myself to the mercy of Poseidon. The bargain was struck, and he swallowed up my hated swaddling clothes and wings. In desperation, I signed on with a mercantile shipping agency. I thought perhaps that my body would bend more than my soul. But oh, did I toil! Life upon the sea is most cruel. Biting winds did carve my visage. Low words hardened my heart, and heavy
But yeah,
words
once again, they got a
left
really
me
good voice
bent.
acting cast for this game.
By the time I had fulfilled my bargain with the Lord of the Sea, I had become an older man, my efforts etched into every crease on my face.
Dang, sounds intense. How long were you at this job?
He's gonna say something like a year.
An age, a life. 6 months, each one a hungry leech torn from my bleeding body.
It's even less time than I thought.
I am convinced this gauntlet was prepared for me alone, for ne'er in history has one so blessed by grace been subjected to such toil.
Eddie, I gotta stop you there. It's gonna be a lot easier to accept your truth when you realize you ain't alone in your suffering. Hell, there ain't nothing more human than suffering, and historically, kids ain't had it so good.
Yeah.
But none suffered as I suffered. A boy such as I was not meant for such misery.
Compadre, I had my first kill and no home at 12 years old. My brother had a stutter his whole life on account of the regular beatings my stepdaddy gave him. Maybe your suffering felt like the only suffering in the world, but it wasn't. And it'll hurt less when you realize you weren't alone. But keep telling me your story. I already know there ain't nobody like you in the world, so don't worry on that account.
Now then, at last, we close the circle, as nature ever demands. I return to London, and into the graces of my dear Uncle Moses and his comely mistress, Charlotte. 'Twas she who filled my dramaturgical quiver with dire arrows, fletched by the bard himself. And when my deft fingers plucked the bow of humanity, at last I was free.
Huh?
I cannot speak more plainly. The good woman taught me the works of Shakespeare, and armed with this knowledge, I conquered the stage and saved myself from toil.
There we go.
Oh, well, right.
And so, you see, the die was cast from the moment I was born. The stage was made for me, and it was my skill upon it that saved me from the streets, and saved me once again from a life at sea.
Eddie, my man, I got some good news and bad news for you. The truth of the matter is, fate doesn't give a stable full of horse shit about you.
Yeah.
Ain't none of us are that special. The world ain't waiting for us to show up. It's just gonna keep turning.
Perhaps you are right, my dear boy. You are correct. My success was not because of the fates, but in spite of them. The fates said, Edmund, you are a child of the slums. But I shamed the immortal hags in my own manner. The stage roused my spirit. Thus I knew my destiny lay upon it.
This is emotional.
You got it, amigo. You wanted the stage to be your ticket out of the bad days. Maybe that's why you were so successful. Your intrinsic motivation made you keep pushing to be better.
'Tis so. 'Tis so. The threat of the rookeries loomed ever upon my overladen spirit. Acting presented itself as a way to keep myself out of them. It is natural that I should weigh its importance so heavily.
I can see why acting means so much to you, Eddie. I probably feel damn near the same about the things that got me out of my bad days.
Thank you. Then you understand how my alienation from the theater does pain me so. And yet, the cure is as deadly as the illness. These damnable critics! Not a single lifetime among them, and they deign to challenge my interpretation of the written word. They simply cannot relate to my singular experience. I will bare my soul upon that stage, and they will all sneer and malign it on their internet profiles.
He mad.
You're so certain that them critics are all the same, but I think that ain't being honest with yourself. Not all critics are bad. It takes work to be good at something, so of course the decent critics are gonna be rarer.
What you say rings true, indeed. Although past critics were flabbergasted at my portrayal of King Lear, not all were. And modern perspectives have affirmed that my interpretation was nothing short of brilliant.
Yeah, you get it. I took a look at your Wikipedia entry last night, Eddie. Well, maybe you've had a few bad critics here and there, but history says you're a legend.
I like how
work
he
speaks for
occasionally
itself.
mentions, like, oh yeah, I looked you up on Wikipedia, and
Hell, you were around before film was ever a thing, and people still remember you.
Ah, your words warm me, as an heir-sat son for the one we have forsaken. With thy help shall I gird my soul mayhap, and grace the stage once more.
Well, let's talk about that then. What's the biggest thing stopping you from getting back up on that stage right now?
That it all simply might not be worth it. Why should I bear my damned soul when the audience hath not the sight to see it?
Maybe I can ask you a question then. What if there were no audience?
No audience? Do you know what a stage is, sir? It is a platform where life in brief may be portrayed. It is a platform because it is separate from the audience. Without such, the stage ceases to be a stage.
As in, if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound?
Simply but elegantly put, my dear boy. Without the audience, the stage loses all meaning, like a monarch without a kingdom.
Just
I did
a
it.
minute there, partner. You're saying that the stage is nothing without the audience. But I gotta ask you, where does the acting come from?
Ah, but from simple tongues, the purest of queries, narrow in breadth, but as deep as the sea. The source of acting is everything, my boy.
stretching.
The beating of every heart, the cry of every child, the fluttering of a butterfly's wings. The roots of acting
Very
are
poetic.
intertwined with those of life itself.
So does acting come from the audience or from everything?
My dear boy, you prove yet again, as the bard oft did, that 'tis the fool who sees the truth as it is. I bow to your simple wisdom.
Thanks, I guess.
It's like backhanded compliment, I guess.
Let's figure out how we can bring it back to acting. Forget the audience. I know we can't see in mirrors and all, but what do you think of filming yourself?
Brilliant notion. Yes, I shall become my own audience. I shall bring myself to rapture. Forsooth, if I cannot pleasure myself, whom can I pleasure?
All right. You're not wrong, I guess.
We're still talking about acting, right?
Lol.
Oh, my dear boy, the pleasures of the flesh are secondary to one who knows character above all else. Indeed, we speak of the noble art.
That might not be the only reason why he doesn't really want to talk about that sort of thing, but I imagine that would come up in another session later.
I shall do as you suggest. If there is one on this lonely orb that can inspire an artist such as I, it is myself.
Getting some Narcissus vibes, staring in the water, looking at your own reflection.
I ain't sure I'd put it exactly that way, but I think you're touching on the thing we've been talking about. The motivation's gotta come from you, amigo.
We are of one mind, dear boy. Perhaps I left my muse in the mortal realm, but I shall find him once more. Not only for myself, but also for my public. Yea, the masses flock to my Wikipedia page as moths to a flame, each a silent plea for the return of the one true artisan of the stage.
Overgeneralization, I guess? No?
Edmund sees his individual qualities as spurring
Oh,
others
emotional,
into
no.
action. Does he assume too much about himself?
Personalization again?
Yea, the masses...
Now hold your horses there, fella. You're reading a little too much into the whole Wikipedia thing. There's 1.5 million reasons why people might be looking you up. I mean, I hear tell the biggest Wikipedia page out there is the one for that coronavirus that got all them mortals all worked up. And I'm pretty sure they don't want that coming back.
And thus dost thou scuttle a burgeoning friendship with the cannons of enmity. Why must you challenge me so?
That's my job, compadre. Ain't we had some good breakthroughs today? We couldn't have gotten there if I'd been busy agreeing with everything you said.
Oh, very well. But I still say you are most vexatious.
I've been called worse. I think we got some homework for you, though, right? You're gonna film yourself and do some acting for its own sake.
I think he was literally called worse in the prior session. I feel like being called a worm is probably worse than being called vexatious.
We'll check back in a few weeks. But Eddie, I think
A
you're doing
worm
great.
that's
We
burrowing
made
its
a
way
lot of
into your
progress
brain,
today.
which is both an insult and a flirt, I guess?
Naturally, the human condition is my oeuvre. Nevertheless, you have been a competent guide. You have reminded me of what is most important in unlife. Me.
Did you need that reminder?
I should like to give you a gift.
Oh, come on. You don't need to do nothing like that.
Nonsense. It is meaningless to me, but it is beyond price for you. It is my headshot, signed with my autograph.
Thanks.
Oh, thanks, Eddie.
Cherish it always. If you help me to find my muse, then it is a gift even more precious. And I will find it ere we next meet. Of that, I promise you.
Well, let's not put the pressure on, amigo. Just enjoy some acting. That's all I'm asking for. I'll see you in a few weeks then, okay?
Verily, so it shall be. Godspeed then, boy. Thou shalt witness me new and on. Farewell.
Hawa!
A job well done,
Power
Samuel.
slides away.
I was particularly impressed at the way you challenged Edmund on what acting means to him.
Yeah, he's a weird fella, but I think he's gonna do okay.
It can be hard for our kind to retain our intrinsic motivation. Something must keep him going. I do hope that he will find his. But you, Samuel, must rest. The work you have done in these past 2 months deserves to be celebrated, so do not linger here in this dusty room. Perhaps you can even be encouraged to dance.
I think I'm
dance.
gonna need a lot more therapy myself to get to that point.
Very well, Samuel. Then let us at least make sure you get well nourished. Find a friendly neck downstairs, my friend. You
Ooh,
deserve
we're
it.
gonna see Eyeball Girl
And
now?
rest in peace.
Eyeballs, eyeballs, eyeballs.
Well, they say don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys, but maybe don't let them be actors either.
Session 2. Edmund's tied his whole identity to the stage because the stage saved him from the streets when he was a kid. Obsessed with the audience, disqualifies the positive about any other actors. Definitely suffered abuse as a kid. Yeah, no shit. Still thinking the same was... What? Definitely suffered abuse as a kid. Still thinking the same was he did as a kid. As he did as a kid? That the stage is always gonna offer salvation. I suggest Edmund try acting for its own sake. He forgot the fun while he was looking for safety. I hope it goes well.
Well, time to dish with Crimson a little. I gotta talk to some more folks, though. Andy's mainly my teacher, so I'm starting to feel like Crimson's my only friend.
Eyeballs.
Hey, only friend.
Excuse me?
What? Oh, yeah, Crimson. Hey, Crimson.
Are you blushing, vampire?
No, that ain't possible.
It's all right. It's nice to hear from a vampire who's younger than Jesus. Now, let's hear how this week went before you go out there and find friend number 2.
All right, real quick. This client of mine, he had a real bad time as a kid. Well, worse than I did, it sounds like. But he found fame early, and now he's talking about fate and how he's destined for greatness again.
Met plenty of destined for greatness folk in D.C. I lost patience for it. How do you think
Yeah.
you handled him?
I think this one
I
went
learned
pretty
my
well.
lessons from the last session. He didn't threaten to jump off a cliff this time or anything. I gave him an assignment to film himself doing something he loves doing. He seemed excited about that.
She's gonna take that a different way.
You are either brave or adorable, Sam Walls.
There's nothing brave about it. As for adorable, well, some have used words to that effect before.
Okay, now I know you're confident enough to get out there. Giddy up.
Here we go. Right to the edge of the dance floor, but not on it. Don't want anyone getting any funny ideas.
Once
Yay!
more alone, I see.
You scared the shit out of me.
But you can't shit. You're a vampire. Know that I see much, vampire, and that I like what I see.
I love her. She's great.
Oh, it's her again. Well, I was hoping to find a mortal friend, or at least a willing Nick. Now, what do mortals of this time talk about?
Be awkward about the weather. Be awkward about everyday annoyances. Be awkward about music. Let's be awkward about music.
Classics in here? A little Oh Susanna or Old Folks at Home?
No, they don't. All your favorite songs have been long forgotten now.
Well, what songs do you like?
If I told you, would you know them?
Probably not.
I see.
You see a lot, don't you?
I mean, what you think all the eyeballs are for?
Why don't you tell me what you see?
I see an interesting mortal. Someone observant. Someone who isn't afraid to have their own style.
That is what you observe. It is not what you see.
Well, fine, you tell me what I see.
You see the long vein across my throat. It looks very juicy, doesn't it?
Well, now that you mention it, it does.
She knows what she
Then
wants.
consent is given. Do not hesitate, vampire.
Shucks, that was something else. You got good circulation there.
I see. And what do I taste like?
Kinda earthy. You could use some iron. What do you eat most often?
I eat a lot of carrots. They're supposed to be good for one's eyesight, and I like to see. I see now that you are tired and wish to enter your state
No.
of torpor.
I want to talk to her more.
Well, maybe I'll see myself out then.
That's offensive. I'm going to leave now.
How dare you?
Shoot, was it something I said? Well, at least I got a full belly. And now, time for some shut-eye.
Good evening, Samuel. I believe you are seeing the Ancient One tonight, aren't you?
Ah, right, the streamer.
Ancient one. She's 1,200 years younger than you, Andy.
I suppose I was engaging in a bit of labeling myself. You are, of course, correct. Still, her age presents a unique challenge. After one lives for 1,000 years, history seems less a line than a fixed point. Speaking of which, I imagine you can guess what distortion an old one such as Medi might fixate upon.
It's gotta be overgeneralization. She really is basing all her opinions on her experiences when she was alive.
Very good, Samuel. I heard tales of her island in my time, but they were never peaceful tales. I am not surprised she finds safety in her narrative.
Is this like a Cersei's Island reference?
What other distortions do you think Medi might exhibit?
Disqualifying the positive. Let's do some labeling. Should statements and emotional reasoning. That sounds
Way
right.
to go, boss.
Then I will leave you to it. Good luck, my friend.
All right.
Hello again, strange cowboy man.
Here she is, the streamer.
It's good to see you again, Mitty. How's the past month been for you?
I went for a walk, just like you suggested. Didn't like it very much.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. What was so unpleasant about it?
It's very loud outside, and dirty, and smelly. Everywhere I walked, it smelled like mortal food, which is disgusting. They knew how good it felt to drink blood. Maybe they would not eat so much of this pizza food. There's so many cars, too. I don't like cars. They have hateful faces. They look so angry all the time.
They kind of do.
Stepped in a wee, killed 7 men, and got splashed by a bus. It's really quite awful.
I like how she just casually dropped that middle part in there.
You killed 7 men? How the heck did that happen?
Oh, that was inconvenient, you know. Normally I have my zealots do that kind of thing for me. They take care of the bodies. But I had to do all that silly work myself, and now there are always police sirens going off, which interrupts my streams and makes my followers very sad.
That doesn't answer the question.
Why did that all happen?
Because they found the bodies everywhere, silly. I don't know what to do with my rubbish.
I meant why the killing. You didn't happen to make a few assumptions based on past experiences? Why kill a bunch of men?
Oh, well, they looked at me. I know what mortals who look at me are like. If I let them live, they'd probably try to burn me as a witch. I could do nothing but kill them.
Autocons, I actually just keep coming back at weird times. Yeah, this is definitely another good time to come back. Why'd you kill all those guys? Oh, well, they looked at me. Perfect timing. I also have a habit of coming back at weird times, and so I like to be like, is this good timing or bad timing?
Hold on a sec. You know what mortals who look at you are like. How do you know? Are you reading their minds?
I don't have to read their minds, sweetling. I have known manlings for a very long time.
I get what you're saying, but here in this room at least, we gotta be honest with ourselves. Do you really know what they were thinking?
Silly mouseling. I do not need to know what a wolf is thinking to know what a wolf is.
So, she's probably wrong in this specific situation, but that is a really good quote. I do not need to know what a wolf is thinking to know what a wolf is.
Does that mean every wolf you see is gonna try to eat you?
We don't have wolves anymore. They're all gone now.
So maybe you can see where that kind of thinking can be a problem. It was scared people who killed all them wolves, right? Now I know that thinking doesn't come from nowhere. Old as you are, I'm sure you've seen some real awful stuff.
She got around, yeah. Indeed.
That's right. I haven't killed you, though. You are kind, little mouse.
Well, let's lay off the mouse stuff a little.
I'm sorry. I don't wish for you to scurry away into a little hole. Do you want to hear why I feel the way I do?
Yes, good job. Well done.
I would appreciate it greatly, miss.
The wolf just wants pets, indeed.
Let me tell you about men from...
If not friend, why friend-shaped?
Let's start with me, Da. My father sold me and my mother to a chief of a rival clan for a golden necklace.
That is just horrifying.
Oh, don't fuss, sweetling. It was the most beautiful golden necklace. At least 2 girls' worth. My father got quite a deal, really.
You're using humor, but I'm sure that must have been heartbreaking for you.
It was common at the time. I suppose I should have been glad to be the possession of an old chief.
Whose should is that, matey?
Why, everyone thought that. They were ever so surprised when I ran away. Did wish I could feel the way they felt, but I simply could not.
I think most of us vampires had it rough as kids. Maybe most kids have it rough, I don't know. But the one thing I do know is that kids don't come with the same shoulds their parents have got. I think we're learning all them shoulds ended up being a load of horse shit anyway.
Yeah.
I knew girls who did as they were told. They would have been thrilled to have been the concubine of a powerful chief. But, oh, he was so old. Cormac O'Neill, the oldest man I had ever seen. I remember thinking, where is his face? Because I could not see it under all his disgusting wrinkles.
That name sounds familiar.
How old was the guy?
He's gonna be like 30 or something.
38.
I got it again.
That was pretty old in your time, huh? I wish I'd died at 38. Could have been a better looking corpse.
Well, he left an awful looking corpse. His face was all...
I'm guessing you had something to do with that, huh?
Not me. My boyfriend, Abertach. He told me he'd set me free. I suppose he did. he created a delightful poison for me. He said it would make my dear master die in excruciating pain. So, one night I lay with him, and that means I did sex, and when he was pleased, I fed him the poison mead. Abby did what I couldn't, and the old fool finally died.
I have no idea what this is supposed to be. Brooke can tell the future. In this case, that was just I know how history works. People died younger at that point, and I thought it would be funny. Like, this seemed like the perfect funny moment. I might not be able to read faces, but I sure as hell can read tropes. Alright, let's see. It's not overgeneralization, because she's not making a generalization. I don't think it's disqualifying the positive. It might be labeling, I guess. I don't think it's a should statement, and I don't think it's emotional reasoning, so okay.
It sounds as though Maddie did her fair share in freeing herself from captivity.
Oh,
it must have been terrifying.
It is disqualifying the positive.
So,
thank you.
One night, I lay with him.
You're saying your boyfriend killed your husband, but it sounds to me like you did the real work. He mixed up some herbs, sure, but you were the one that had to sleep with the old man and get the poison in him.
Abby made sure I knew it was because of him that I was free. He said it could never have happened without him.
Well, he was wrong.
He didn't have to be brave to mix up a potion. I think the bravery was all you, Mitty. Don't disqualify the idea that the person who set you free was you.
You know, I think you're absolutely right, strange cowboy man. I did do all the work.
Yeah.
But Abby never let me forget that he was the one who freed me. He wanted me to worship him.
A fella who demands to be worshipped is always going to be a dangerous man.
Yep.
Dangerous men have always been drawn to me. Must be something about the way I am.
I wish I had something to clarify that, because that yes, but no. Like, it's not your fault. It's just that assholes tend to look for victims, basically. Abusers tend to look for people who are easier to abuse. Because, yeah, they see the signs that they can get away with it.
So what happened after you killed Cormac?
The Neil clan came after me and Abby. They found him, took their swords and went, stab, stab, stabby, stabby, stab, stab, stab. But Abby just laughed. That's how I found out he was undead already. Gave me the willies.
The tone of voice she had, that's how I found out he was undead already. Like, that has gotta be a crazy way to find that out. Just like, oh.
When they couldn't kill Abby, they decided to kill me instead. And that made him very upset indeed, because I belonged to him.
No.
That must have been terrifying.
I suppose. Mostly hurt. Lots and lots. Getting stabbed is much fun when you're immortal.
Yeah?
I ain't too fond of it as a vampire neither.
Abby fed me his blood, though, and then I became like him. When I woke up, the Neil clan who tried to kill us were all properly dead. Well, almost dead. They still had a lot of blood left, and I was hungry. The Neil clan was ever so cross, though. They captured Abby and sealed him in a tomb with some forgotten spell.
That's the shitty guy she was talking about.
He's still there, as far as I know.
What happened to you?
I didn't have a future with my tribe. I insulted both my clan and Cormac's clan by killing their chief. My only choice was to be alone. That's the wisest choice.
No.
Well, let's focus on you, huh? You say you've been living alone
I don't
ever
have
since
the thing
then?
for that.
Of course, my silly cowboy man. We aren't
This
mortal
means
anymore.
I could have said something
We always
during this
end up
time
alone.
period, but I don't have
Why
the thing
waste
for
my
it, so.
time?
By and large, most people ain't burning witches and selling their daughters. That sort of thing's frowned upon by mortals these days. There are laws out there to protect folks now. It ain't like in old times.
Sounds like a fitting end for him. Yeah, I agree, Otacons. Like, bro deserves it.
May I tell you a story, little mouse?
All right, tell me a story.
Once upon a time, there was a very pretty young lady. Pretty, but also crazy. Like me.
I mean, this is technically labeling, but it's also true.
I don't mean to interrupt your story so soon, but you didn't think I was going to let you get away with that one, did you? Don't call yourself crazy. You've been around way longer than I have. You gotta know that sanity is relative.
I know I'm crazy, though. Everyone tells me so, even my zealots. They like that I'm crazy.
You know, crazy ain't supposed to be a nice word. So why are you using it? Why are you creating a reality where what you are is crazy?
You are an annoying little mouse sometimes. Very well. I won't call myself crazy in front of you.
It's a start.
May I continue my story now? The pretty young lady Mary had moved in with her cousin, Mrs. Hultridge. At first, they got along quite well.
That tone of voice alone definitely makes it seem like this about to get real personal real fast.
But one day, Mary started acting naughty. She would shout, act unladylike, and even say that Jesus Christ wasn't very special. Mrs. Hultridge liked Jesus Christ very much and wanted Mary to like him too. When she didn't, this embarrassed Mrs. Hultridge. She began to think something was wrong with Mary. After all, who didn't like Jesus Christ?
This is not going to go well.
Mrs. Hultridge said that Mary had begun to vomit up pins and buttons, nails,
Yep, that was
glass,
wondering.
and bits
She's going to
of
claim
wool.
she's possessed by a demon or some shit.
Instead of being grateful for the free gifts Mary was vomiting up, Mrs. Hultridge said that she had been attacked by 8 witches in spectral form.
Miss Hultridge isn't a magpie. I don't think she's going to be happy with those presents.
Now, just so happened that all 8 of those witches lived very close to the town where Mrs. Hultridge lived. Despite their magical prowess, the 8 witches were captured and put into the stocks, and all the people of the town were told that the women did not like Jesus Christ at all. So the Jesus Christ-liking people threw rotten vegetables and poo at the witches. And, just for fun, they gouged out the eye of one of them. Then they kicked the witches out of town and lived happily ever after. The end.
Well, that ain't a pleasant story.
What the fuck?
Oh, it was very unpleasant. It hurts very
Jesus, I
much
was
to
not-
have your
like-
eye taken away. But I like my new eye. It's fun.
All right, so I guess we're pausing on her taking her eye out of her head unexpectedly, which, like, I figured that she was the one who had her eye gouged out, but, like, I just wasn't expecting it, you know? So it's just like, that's so fucked up. I'm glad that you like your new prosthetic, though. You deserve to have a fun one. It's cool that you got one in pink. Anyway, while we're hanging out, we will hang out over here, because I'm sure not everyone wants to look at the inside of her eye socket. Oh, it's like, but like, man, some people suck. I feel like the worst part about those types of stories is you can't even be like, oh, it's just a story. Like, no, they did that shit in real life, but worse. Like, that story, sadly, is, like, tame compared to some stuff. And that's just not fun. Well, regardless of the, dark, yeah, right, nope, don't like that at all. Agree, Otacons agree. I don't, nope, no thanks. Yeah, like, the first couple people were more in the, like, oh, this is a little bad, but, like, mostly funny. They're just being kind of, like, vivacious or, like, crazy or whatever, you know, like, super dramatic. And then Medi comes in and is like, would you like to be traumatized? Thanks, I guess. Maddie's like, would you like my multiple centuries worth of trauma? Sure, I can share. I'll tell you the story as though I'm telling you a fairy tale. So you guys can't see it, but I do still have the game up on my big screen, so every time I glance back over, it's just Medi with her eye out of her eye socket. Perfect. So when I was drawing my ears and tail, there's a couple things I did almost as kind of like little Easter eggs, and I keep wondering, I'm like, has anyone noticed? Has anyone gone like, wait, is that this? Is what I'm thinking really happening? Otacon said, they did do that. I do like the Monty Python skit of how they figure out if she's a witch or not, right? She turned me into a lizard. I got better. The whale in my ear. You know what is funny? I didn't even notice that looked like a whale, so that is technically an Easter egg that I did not realize existed. It is very cute, though. You noticed the one thing I didn't do on purpose. Alright, it looks like everyone has returned. We were talking about the progression of the therapy sessions, and then we were discussing the little Easter eggs that I put inside my ears and tail when I was drawing them. And I was curious if anyone had noticed any of them. Alright, back to game.
I was 1500 summers old or so when that happened. The world hadn't changed much then. I don't think it's changed much now.
So Otacons was saying that they look like their Eevee tail and ears. I actually based them off of, like, the tail is just it actually really does look like an Eevee tail. I just kind of drew that off of just my preferences because I really love the big, super fluffy tails. The ears, I think I based them I looked at the general shape of like a fennec fox ears, if I'm remembering correctly. Because fennec foxes have like these super big, really fluffy ears. Here, let me find the specific image. All right. So this little fox right here, I think is actually one of the images I used to get this shape of the ears that you can kind of see. I didn't do it exactly off of a fennec fox. I just think that they're so cute. Look at those ears. I love the shape. They're very nice. I think I just looked up like fox, you know? And was just looking. Side comment, these ones are super cute too. They're little stubby ears, but I really like the super big long ones. So I ended up finding like some of these pictures of like little fennec foxes and going off of those. And then I decided to make the tail like super big and fluffy because I really like those. They're so cute. But yeah, the tail does have a super Eevee look. I wasn't even thinking about that. But yeah, it's like perfectly Eevee. So far, my favorite Eevee, to just kind of go into that topic, I really love the modern day gender dimorphism female Eevee. Because previously, all of the Eevees just had like the regular tail color. But I really love the little flower, right? The foxes are so cute. I would say that the inspiration for the super big fluffy tail is some of the ways that Horo is drawn from the Spice and Wolf, because I love how big and round and fluffy her tail looks in some of the scenes that she's in. So I just kind of went for the biggest, fluffiest tail possible. I must have been subconsciously inspired by Eevee tails. All right.
I'm sorry that happened to you, Medi. You're right. Folk can be pretty awful when they get riled up. That ain't changed.
Oh, don't be sorry, little mouse. I like my new eye. Also, the story has a happy ending.
Oh, yeah?
Oh?
What's that?
Did she kill all of them?
After I had my eye taken away, I took Mrs. Haltridge's parts away too, one by one until she died. It was so much fun.
I suppose she held back?
That's a little morbid, Mitty.
Morbid Mary. Oh, I like that. It's very clever, little mouse. But you see why I'm careful now?
Yeah, I get it. But look, there's one thing that's different now, and that's...
This is such a funny array of comments. There's one thing that's different now. That's that the UN exists. I mean, technically that's true. Also, liberal democracy has solved everything. A less true statement has never been spoken. I'm gonna go with what we're doing right now, because this type of therapy is new. Like, this specific concept.
It's what we're doing right now. In all that time up till now, therapy ain't never existed. We only just started looking at ourselves in the way we think. Before recent times, we only looked at gods, government, and society. The self is a new frontier.
The UN doesn't mean
We're
anything.
learning stuff
Yeah.
we never considered before.
Right, like, how is that relevant to this conversation in literally
The
any
frontier can be
way?
kind of scary, but being on that frontier means moving forward. Come with me.
Yeah, I agree with the what? That was basically my response when I saw that too.
Silly mouse. If something feels scary, that means that there must be something to be scared of.
I almost said overgeneralization, but I have emotional reasoning in
Hold your
here.
horses there. Yeah, it might be true that sensing something scary means there's actually something scary out there. But that don't make it necessarily so. If fear keeps us from exploring, we can't experience new things, good or bad.
Suppose that's true. But good things are temporary. Bad things can last forever. Would you like to hold my eye?
Sure.
Oh, that's all right. You keep it.
Oh.
I get what you're saying, Meddy. I ain't saying not to be careful. Just acknowledge that a feeling doesn't make reality. I know you've been through a lot and you got damn good reasons for being careful. But there's a reason you came to me, right?
Yes, but it wasn't because I wanted to go outside. It's because of my fans. They're very demanding.
Right. That's why we were talking about your going for walks and went down this rabbit hole.
Or, in your case, a mouse hole.
Anyway, therapy usually ain't about just one thing. It's about lots of things. If the problem is your fans, we gotta imagine unlife without them, right?
Don't want to lose them all. Some of them are gentle. They're too weak to hurt anyone, which is why they don't.
It's the I don't want to lose them all part, I think, is the part I need to be commenting on, but I have absolutely no idea what that emotion... No.
Beneath her smile, Meddy has a darker view of humanity than most. Is the only reason the weak do not hurt the strong
Yeah.
that they cannot.
That didn't even click.
Don't want to lose them.
Beneath her
What?
smile, Meddy has a darker view of humanity than...
Label? No?
Beneath her smile...
Oh,
Meddy-
overgeneralization. The thing I thought it was right at the beginning. So what I get for
Some
doubting
of them are
myself, lol.
gentle. They're too weak to hurt.
You really think weak people would hurt others if they were stronger?
Little mouse, I've been alive for a long time. I believe what my eye shows me. Yes, if one is capable of hurting another, they do.
They can, but they don't always. You ever seen them capybara animals? They're dang massive rodents and could do some damage if they wanted to, I reckon.
Oh, yes! Oh, they're very cute. People like to share animated pictures of them in my community.
Some folk are like that. They just want to sit around and have someone scratch their bellies.
Is that what you want, little mouse? Do you want me to scratch
Stop
your
accidentally
belly?
flirting with the vampire, Sam. You don't want what's coming next.
What? No, I'm just saying, don't assume everyone's out to hurt someone. Yeah, it happens. Of course it does. But that kind of thinking ain't giving folks their fair shot.
Don't know what I'll do if I don't have my followers. I can't live the way I used to before the machines took over. Oh, they expect so much of me now. They send me messages all night and all day. They need content.
Expectation gap is what is happening here. You created the expectation that this could be done, and so now they're expecting it. Does that make it okay? No. But this is why you should set proper boundaries.
God, if I don't give them their content, they'll all leave. Their attention spans are like those of little bugs, but they're not as cute.
Okay, I think we need to talk about moderation.
Oh, I already have moderators, silly mouse. Any major content creator has to have them.
I don't know what that stuff means. I'm talking about moderation in your thinking. What if you gave your fans only what you felt comfortable giving?
Doesn't matter what I want, silly mouse. They just want me to overreact to video games.
Mitty, you're thinking that mortals want only one type of content is forcing you to make only one type of content. Your assumptions are keeping you from doing things you like, and you deserve to do things you actually enjoy.
That's a nice thought there.
You're very kind. I thought cowboys were supposed to be tough.
Who says I ain't? I just don't have nothing to prove no more.
Yep.
Here, why don't we try something new for next time, since going out didn't go so well last time? I want to challenge you to take a day off. Don't answer any messages, don't post no content. Just do something for you and you alone.
Skynet took over, right? Every time she says the machines took over, it's definitely giving, like, Skynet Terminator vibes.
But we never get sick.
I imagine, honestly, for her, it probably feels like a Skynet Terminator thing.
They don't know that, do they? One day. That's all I'm asking for. You need to give yourself a little space.
Very well. Since you've been a very kind mouse, I'll do it for you.
Good.
I'd prefer it if you did it for you, but we'll work toward that, huh?
Oh, I wish I had a big piece of cheese to give to you right now.
A lactose intolerance is kind of a side effect of death, but I appreciate the sentiment. I'll see you in a month then, okay?
I don't think that's the main side effect of death, but all right.
Yes.
Great. I'll see you then.
Bye.
Chair just gets
You are
whooshed in the
doing well,
background
my
like someone
friend.
yanked it with a
I know
rope.
we old ones can be rather inscrutable sometimes.
She's human. We all are, ain't we? The way I see it, we all got
This-
the same problems one way or another.
I like this. Because I feel like way too many games do that kind of thing where, like, one, they imply that humans are the only people, and that somehow humans is the be-all, end-all of being a person. But also the idea that, like, in this case, like, just because someone is different, that they're somehow not, air quote, human. So I like, they're like, no, we're all still people, you know?
Your wisdom never fails to impress, Samuel. I believe it is time for you to follow your own advice to Miss Mitty, however. All work and no play makes for a dull vampire, as they say.
Yeah, you're probably right. I might hit the hay early and do a bit of reading.
If you must take out some aggression on Hay, then please do so. I shall see you soon, my friend. Rest in peace.
Good night, Andy. Dang, I wonder how I'll feel about humanity when I'm 1800. Heck, I wonder whether there'll even be a planet.
We'll see. Wait. Session 2. Meddy's got real good reasons for not being fond of mortals, but it might be narrowing her worldview. Real bad history. Was sold to a rival warlord and killed by a wizard. I guess wizards are real now? Abandoned by her clan after she killed her new husband and became a vampire. Was pilloried, I think that's the word, as a witch in the 1700s and had her eye removed. She thinks it's pretty funny. Sounds disgusted by her followers. I'll try to encourage Meddy to do more things she likes for their own sake and then get outside more. Alright, so now that you are actually going to sleep, once again, Autocons, thank you for the good night and the good rest wishes, and I will send that right back at you. I hope you have a wonderful rest, your sleep goes well, you don't have any frustrating dreams, and you wake up feeling refreshed and ready to go. Have a great sleep, and we'll see you next time.
I guess it's time to drown my existential woes in blood.
That ending to my farewell is very funny.
Howdy there, Crimson.
You're sounding a little weary there, cowboy. You getting enough to drink these nights?
Oh, yeah, that ain't it. Just existential ponderings.
That's just my specialty. What's eating you, buckaroo?
It's this old client I got. She's been watching humanity hurting itself for 1,800 years. Every time she expected better, she got hurt. She ain't wrong to mistrust mortals.
That's a tough one. What do you do with someone like that?
Well, I tried to guide her to look inward like I do with everyone. People are people, but so is she.
How do you think she took it?
I think she appreciated the focus on her. I can't answer for all humanity, but maybe she can get answers from herself.
Yeah.
I think you could stand to listen to yourself, Ranchero. You could have been a mean old Dracula and nobody would expect anything different from you. Reckon there have always been people like you, no matter how bad it's been in history.
Dang, Crimson. I can see why Andy respects you so much. You done some living, sounds like.
Death at the door can put things into perspective. I get where your client is coming from. Changing the world isn't gonna happen, but we can at least change ourselves.
I don't think that's true. The country I left definitely ain't the country I was born in.
The wheels turn a little slowly for us mortals, cowboy. Back in DC, I was trying to push policy to do something about our poverty problem, but the kind gentlemen across the street were pretty happy to make things worse. When I got my cancer diagnosis, that was my wake-up call to stop getting disappointed and start living with the little amount of time I had left.
Working at a bar is more rewarding than being a member of the bar, huh?
Not bad, cowboy. It's got its charms. Here, I whipped up something special for you.
That ain't half bad. Got a refreshing taste.
Rose hips. Just
what I
a little
thought.
something extra. Been experimenting with some herbals for Andy.
Guess old dogs like us can still learn new tricks. Thanks, Crimson. I think I'll hit the hay now.
You hit that hay, desperado. I'll see you later.
So, like, if vampires can ingest some things, could you make, like, a blood lemonade? What about a blood soup? Like, what is the line?
Got a lot on my mind tonight. I think I need some rest. Now, what should I do to relax?
What should I do to relax? Reflect on the day with Emerson. Watch a man get his butt burned with a hot iron. Whew. Sure, let's watch a man get his butt burned with a hot
I
iron.
sure am grateful that Andy has some classic cinema to watch in here.
Oh, it's the Three Stooges. Sing a song of sixpence. Oh, that's funny. What I find even crazier is they play the whole thing. We can skip it at any time, but... Oh, Melbrosia, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. We are currently playing Vampire Therapist. We are, to quote Sam, who is our cowboy vampire, we are watching a man get his butt burned with a hot iron. So yeah, welcome in. What were you doing over there, Melbrosia? What game were you playing?
That is the toughest spot I ever tackled.
Nice. You working on leveling up, or are you doing, like, endgame content?
Chef, give me a hand, will you? I can't now. I gotta finish my pants.
Hey, fellas, listen to this letter. Gentlemen.
That ain't for us. We're not gentlemen.
Speak for yourself. Oh! Gentlemen, this is to inform you that unless overdue payments
Nice.
of tailoring equipment
I hope
are
it
made
went
within
well.
24 hours, we will repossess said equipment.
And don't
Balance
forget
now due
anyone who raided in,
$321.86.
including you, Melbrosia, which thank you again for the raid.
Finance
If you need to raid and run, or you just want to lurk, that is totally fine. I really appreciate you guys showing up. Make sure to take care of yourself, go take your meds, go to sleep, eat some food, all that good stuff. And now I guess we will go into my intro. I am Rena the Slime. I am just a little slime. I am a variety streamer who tends to play a lot of cozy games. Currently, for spooky season, we have my lovely new fox ears and tail outfit, which will become a redeem once spooky season is over.
Does your car have indigestion?
Yeah.
Does it burp in the morning?
I guess that's it. I'm still working on it.
No burpoline.
I haven't gotten to use it very much. I think you're like my 4th raid, actually, Melbrosia, so.
Hey, Mo,
woo!
why don't we catch a hogging and collect the reward, then we can pay our
Yeah,
bills?
I guess you guys also picked some good timing, because we were just sitting here watching this old classic cinema, so to speak.
You're nuts. We're gonna be paused.
Yeah, for spooky season, we've also been playing a bunch of spooky games like Vampire Therapist. Today we have been playing a bunch of Vampire Therapist, as none of these sessions have been particularly depressing, so I have not felt the need to swap over to Little Witch in the Woods.
Well, anyway, I got the spot out.
So yeah, very exciting. I'm happy to have you all here. Thanks for coming by.
Oh, boy.
And yeah, if anyone wants to go take a break, go to the bathroom, get a drink of water, take your meds, grab some food or whatever, now's a great time, because I was planning on letting this little episode just play out. So you shouldn't miss anything if you go run and do that right now. It's a good time for that.
Who wants lunch?
I do. Steak decent, too, will you?
Okay, coming up.
Yeah, once again, Melbrosia, thank you for rating, and I hope that you managed to get all the stuff you were aiming for in WoW. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. You have a wonderful sleep. I hope that your sleep is very restful, and you wake up feeling refreshed and ready to go with no bad dreams. Of course. I will see you next time. Ah, I guess here's the hot iron part in this little video. Maniacal laughter suddenly.
Well, here we are.
Don't put your butt so near the hot iron, sir. Perfect. I love your little just lurking icon. It's very cute.
You know you got a rush order to get out. Get Mr. Grant's pants and hand press them. All right, but where are they? I pinned them up in the shade. What'd you do with them?
Have a lovely lurk and have a wonderful sleep. Now we are watching this lovely old comedy, which is our
Hurry up and press those.
Sam Wells cowboy vampire's favorite, apparently. These are his comedy choices. It's interesting seeing how long these are too. Like whenever you hear about silent films and stuff, you always or like these old slapstick comedies, you always expect them to be a lot shorter, but they've got a surprising amount of content in them. Ooh. I was about to say that level of frustration he was expecting, and he like expressed in that moment when he turned around to do that, and it had messed up again, and his entire body vibrated with rage is such a mood.
You double-crosser.
Oof. They do a really good job with these. Like, that feels like it hurt. Yeah, we only have about half an hour left, so we're probably not going to get into another session, as we have no idea how long. Some of those take a really long time. I've had ones that took like an hour. So, I think this is a good... We'll watch this little slapstick show.
Oh, think nothing of it.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Hey, you're welcome.
Hits him on purpose. So this is a good little cool down from our therapy sessions. Watch some slapstick comedy.
I'm sorry you stepped into me.
I just realized that's a sewing needle he was stabbing him with. That would hurt. There's like an extra prickliness that's just painful. All right.
Hey, fellas! A custom.
come to the right place.
You bet. This is the store where your dollars have more sense.
Say, we've got the very sport.
That's a good one. Your dollars have more sense. I like that.
Oh, but listen, mister, we're going to give you a bargain. Where did you ever get this mess?
I bought it here.
Oh, what a beautiful masterpiece.
Here. Isn't it a beauty?
Genuine import. Smell the ocean. And it's 200% wool.
200%.
Yeah, these sheep led a double life.
Yes, sir.
These sheep led a double life.
Right.
That's funny.
I don't want a coat. I don't want a coat. I don't want a coat.
Yeah, I've been doing some later streams just to kind of test it out since I'm usually a night owl myself.
Why don't you tell me the man wants slacks? Get him slacks.
Unfortunately, I was not able to stream earlier this week
All right, look. Now look.
due to my little kitty cat being an absolute menace. He decided to eat a sewing needle. Good news, he's totally fine. We got him into the emergency vet. He had his surgery. Sewing needle's out. He's healing up at home. Today, as you can probably guess from my title, we got him his little onesie so that he could take off his cone. And we put that on about half an hour before the stream started, and he was stumbling around, being absolutely adorable, just falling over, staring up at me very cutely. He's happy at least that now he can groom himself and eat properly, so that's good. He should hopefully get used to it by the end of the day.
Hello, Sugar Flat. How are you?
Just dandy. Listen carefully. My clothes are in the Pit Boys tailor shop around the corner. Now, in the watch pocket of the trousers, there's a piece of paper with a combination to a safe. I want to do that job tonight, and I need that paper.
Okay, Sugar. Just leave it to me.
I like how this started out as just a simple, like, a bunch of tailors being silly, and then it was suddenly like, the mafia has arrived.
Hey, fellas. Look what I found in the pocket of these pants. LRL. 1, 1, 2.
LRL. That's funny.
L1, R1. Left one, right one. This is the combination to a safe. TH.
He just instantly noticed
Teddy
that.
Roosevelt? You're wrong, Quiz Kid.
Teddy Roosevelt.
TH. I got it. What? Thomas Edison.
Why don't you dumbbells stop? Terry Horgan, he was here. The bank robber was here.
You're crazy. Those clothes came off one of the dummies. Now, no cracks. Oh.
Am I? Okay, I can save in the middle of this.
Is my coat altered? Just finished.
Oh, fine. Try it on. Yeah. Wait a minute. Here, brush them off.
Sleeves 31 inches. How's that?
Right, 31.
Who made that hat? My mother. I thought so.
There you are. You're all set.
Right. Well,
Somehow that paper is going to end up in his pocket. Or not. How did that even happen?
What kind of brushing you doing around here?
he had a loose baste. Yes, ma'am?
Do die.
Oh, that's his natural expression.
What can we do for you?
I'd like to have this dress dyed.
What color?
Henna color.
You mean henna color at all?
No. Henna. Henna. It's kind of a brown reddish.
I never ate a brown reddish.
I'm also interested in a sport coat and a pair of slacks for my brother. There's exactly what I want.
Oh, yes, you have it. Hagel gabardine.
How much would that be?
42?
89. You better add that up.
He turned into a calculator.
What's the total?
$411, but there's a sale today. You get 10% off.
That makes it $42.50.
I'll take them.
Oh, just a moment. I'll be right back.
Henna color. You mean brown radish? Oh, yellow, turnip, blue, cucumbers, anything
I
at
see.
all. Go ahead.
There we are.
You said $42.50?
Yeah.
100, 200, 300, 450. There you are. Keep the change.
Thanks. Aren't we the saps? We had a fortune in our hand and let it slide through. I'm going to search all the clothes. Me too. 400, 100. Hey, look, I found another 50. Yeah, so you did. Why?
Oof. His poor face.
Hiya, fellas.
All
My
right.
wife is just crazy about the way you fixed this coat. She wants you to make me a pair of pants to match.
Then they all fall over.
Ah,
You got him.
there you are, Sugar Plum.
I knew you'd come through, baby. This is it. Receive payment in full. Pit Boys Cleaners. By the dirty... They even took my bankroll, the dirty crooks. Come on, boys, we're going calling.
Green suit.
They're
Johnny
mad.
Clean.
All right, I am curious, so we're gonna save. We are gonna go to the main menu. And we're gonna hang out and chatting for a bit before it is time for stream to be over. I hope everyone has been having a lovely day. Trying to think if anything particularly interesting has been going on for me. Other than the cat story, obviously. I tried to plant some succulent seeds. We'll see if they actually germinate. They have been in my fridge for over a year, so I'm expecting nothing. But that just means if it works, I will not be disappointed. So that'll be exciting if it actually happens. I do need to finish all of my emotes. I also wanted to work on a couple more assets, so that'll be fun. Started playing some new games recently, which once spooky season is over, I might start streaming some of those. We'll see. There's also this really cool thing that I've been following on Twitter where a VTuber created a small merchandise company called Necomart. I'm really curious to see how that turns out. Apparently, like, the basic idea behind it is that they want everyone to be able to create merchandise, like big or small VTuber. So, like, they also said that they have some of the best rates. So I've actually been posting about that on my socials. I'm really excited to see how that goes. Because it looks like they have a lot of merchandise options, too. It's not just like, oh, you can make a t-shirt. Like, they have the most merchandise options of anything I've ever seen. So, I'm really excited to see how Necomart turns out. Yeah, it's funny how the sessions in Vampire Therapist can go from, like, really intense to, like, really not intense. Like, last time we were playing, we had a session that was just so emotionally draining. I was just like, I need to play something else after this. This is bonkers. And then this time, we just went through, like, 4 sessions in one go without any problem. Our first session was especially funny. It was, one of the vampires in the game that we are therapizing is a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde reference, and he decided to take the, air quote, potion, or as he's calling it, the plasma, that swaps him, and so we got to talk to his, Mr. Hyde variant in the stream. He was, definitely did not, put Mr. Hyde's name to shame, that's for sure. So that was interesting. I'm also currently working on farming through the Infinity Nikki because I have been putting off doing the event and it ends in like 3 days. So I want to get as much currency as possible because I want to try to get all the outfits. So we'll see if I get lucky enough to actually manage to pull the entire flying outfit. It's super cute. It's like this little witch outfit, but it's like a flower witch and you fly around on like a a Lily of the Valley style broom. It's very cute. Also, I need to check on my tail because I think when I was making some edits, I might have accidentally swapped a couple layers around and it's messing up my colors. Because my tail should be lighting up more when I talk, and I can see it happening, but I think I accidentally put one of the inner layers on top of it instead of underneath it, so I'll have to check that. While we're hanging out, I will check and see if there's a good person to raid. Let's see. Got lots of the people I'm following are online right now. Let's see. Looks like Satine is actually still streaming. And it doesn't look like anyone else is playing Vampire Therapist. And I think Satine should probably be streaming for quite a while longer, so I guess that when we do the raid, we will raid over to Satine. Satine is another one of the VTubers I know, an absolutely lovely streamer. He is super cool. He was doing some art earlier for I believe like a mascot character. It was really interesting. I think he might be playing some Marvel Rivals right now. I don't know if he's playing Jeff, or if he's doing some more, Daredevil, I think, is the new character that dropped. So I'm gonna prep up the raid. And yes, it looks like Satine is playing Jeff, so get ready for an absolute menace. You got to hear about my personal menace at home, and now you will get to see one in 4K on Twitch. So we are gonna start heading over. I will make the raid message and then start the raid. Today we're gonna do... Let's see. We'll do a silly little Satine themed raid message, because why not? I like doing little funny custom raid messages. Alright. And then for anyone who does not is not subscribed and does not have that emote, we will just use these lovely little purple hearts. There you go. So go ahead and copy your raid message of choice if you would like to do that, and I will get the raid started. Once again, I hope that all of you, whether you're staying up longer to watch Satine, heading to another streamer, or going to sleep after this, have a lovely rest of your day, evening, afternoon. You have a wonderful sleep. Anything that you're doing goes well for you, and I will see you all next time. Make sure to take care of yourselves.